Rich Eisen has 4 big questions for the New York Jets ahead of training camp. We'll react to each of those questions with some special guests. Boy Green Daily on a Sunday starts now.
Oh my gosh, it's morphin' time! To me, talking New York Jets is my superpower. Boy Green Daily starts now. Wow! Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily.
It's actually just football, man.
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Offense, defense, special teamwork, just football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, let's go!
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you guys for the feedback on the potential showtime change. Hopefully we'll have an answer here within the next couple of days. So we'll let you guys know so we have enough of a heads up before we make any changes that would be happening in the month of August. Simply the start time of the show would be in question. And like I said, we'll let you guys know what's going to happen there here in the near future. A couple of shout outs right off the top rope. First off, Hop on Pop Says It. Quick update. We have now raised over $1,200 for the Wounded Warrior Project. So thank you guys for all your contributions. I can't tell you guys how much this means to me and my father. Any charitable effort you could do out there in the universe is important, but this one's especially different, being the Wounded Warrior Project, folks. So here it is. In case you've missed it, these Saturday shows, we are raising money for the Wounded Warrior Project. It's a 50-50 raffle. 50% of the proceeds go to the randomly selected winner, which will happen at the tailgate, and 50% goes to the Wounded Warrior Project. We have raised over $1,200 so far, and we still have a couple more months to go, which warms my heart. Last year, we raised over $2,000 in charity, and we'd love to top that number this year. If you guys would like, you guys can send your donations via Venmo or PayPal to @HopOnPop22, HOPONPOP, digits 22. He's keeping track of that behind the scenes, so amazing. And I'm glad that we've already raised $1,200 so far. That's spectacular. And the top 3 contributors will win a variety of prize packs that includes autograph merch and Jets gear and a lot of fun stuff. So, Pop, thank you for that shout out and update. That's absolutely beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I also see we have a gifted membership right off the top rope. MFC, baby. Ring the bell. Oh, yeah. By the way, MFC, you are now $4 away from your first raffle ticket. We'll explain more of that coming up here in a little bit. That membership went to, get my reading glasses out here, that went to Famous 7483, not Famous legendary Mr. Fulton, perhaps his long-lost brother. There you go, with a membership coming out there in the audience. Appreciate that. And also, I want to do a special shout-out here for a Jets content creator this evening. He is going to have Wayne Corbett on the show. That is Nick Shine. The Nick Shine Show tonight, baby. Special guest, 7 o'clock tonight, July 19th. My good friend, look, see, I've got the photo evidence. My good friend, Wayne Corbett, is gracing the Nick Shine airwaves tonight. Jets legend, Mr. Third Down, all of it. Nick Shine, of course, got to hang out with Wayne Corbett as well at the Gangrene Beach Club. So congratulations, Nick. Another great get. Your YouTube channel is wildfire right now. And Wayne Corbett, Nick Shine tonight. Make sure you guys tune into that show again live at 7 o'clock to simply search for the Nick Shine Show on YouTube. All right, without further ado, let's get into these Rich Eisen countdown. But before we do that, we need to bring on the rest of the crew.
This is Jets Worldwide. Why?
Ah, yes, the show is rich in content creators. Let's bring them in. We've got Snowball. We've got Johnny Boy. We've got the full squad here on a beautiful Sunday. God bless. Good morning, and blessed be he. Johnny Boy, I see that is that does not look like green, but we'll accept it nonetheless.
So I was listening to Buck Cherry this morning,
I'm not sure
And
what that means.
I am pretty pumped about today's show. Like, I cannot wait. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Boy Green, good morning, sir.
Yeah,
Snowball,
sure.
good morning.
Yeah.
If you guys have not been watching everything that's been going on, the Fanatic Fest, if you guys have not seen the main event last night, the New York Knicks were all over the place. It was awesome. Cat just put out his new signature move, which is the Knicks in 5 finisher. What? Let's go, dude. I'm so pumped, man. Buck Cherry, what you know about that?
I don't. That's what I said. I don't know anything about that, as a matter of fact. And by the way, why all the red, man?
I don't know. Today, I just, the main event, MSG. I mean,
Which
the whole
neither are
man,
red, so I don't understand what that means.
Hulkmania,
Lou B
baby.
very disappointed. Look at his comments in the chat. Lou B very disappointed with the red. I don't know, man.
I mean, I'm not at a Jets event, which is different, right?
This is a Jets event. This is a daily Jet show. Did you miss the intro, man? It's a daily Jet show that you are co-hosting. How is this not a Jets event?
It's all right.
Okay, you know what? Just forget it. Just forget.
We still love him.
He's just trying to get something to get at me because I didn't want to go on with him wearing the same types of colors that he wanted to wear when we were at a New York Jets freaking draft wearing Patriot colors. Just saying.
Okay, so can you help settle this debate? We didn't even get to hear from Rich. You just took all his time, so that's neither here nor there, I guess. But so this show's about reacting to Rich Eisen's biggest questions. He has a new segment on his show. It's called 4 Downs, and he's doing it for every team in the NFL leading up to the season. His 4 biggest questions for these teams, and we'll go through all of them for the Jets today. And I made this what I thought was a beautiful graphic thumbnail for the show. It's me and Rich, my good old buddy, the other Rich, because you're my main Rich, Snowball. This is my other Rich. And I guess and then my other Rich, because Rich Samini. I've got too many Riches in my life. But I have this picture where me and Rich took a selfie at the draft. That's beautiful. And then I got a Rich Eisen, show photo. And I got this comment from MFC who says, the thumbnail looks like BG is photobombing Eisen's presser, and the dude in the suit is about to tackle him for trespassing. Is that the take here for this photo of me and Rich and then another Rich all in the YouTube thumbnail?
I don't even know if you look like you're photobombing. You might have just photoshopped yourself into a picture.
See, even worse. Yeah. I mean, I know Rich Eisen is a huge fan of Boy Green Daily. Like he said it himself. Yeah. When he saw Boy Green, he was like, BG, what's up, bro? And we're just like,
we dapped up. Yep. That happened. Yeah.
Let's go. Knicks in 5. That's what he said. I heard it.
There you go. So thank you, MFC, for that. I'll be overanalyzing that for the rest of the show. Thank you for sharing that. All right, well, let's get into it, boys. Here we go, and appreciate all the comments. Keep the love coming here on the program. Here it is. So hopefully you guys saw this. If you did not, well, we're all going to learn it and find out together. You guys can watch the segment on his YouTube channel. It's about 10 minutes in length, and we'll go through it. He, again, had 4 questions for the New York Jets, and we will debate and analyze said questions here on the program, and we will go 4-1 as we hammer all of this out. Are you ready, boys?
See, yes. So ready.
Okay, I wasn't ready for a bilingual Boy Green Daily, but here we are. Folks, make sure you guys like the video. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and also the audio-only version of the podcast is available wherever you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and the like, via the Believe Network. I said we'd go 4-1, but I lied. We're going 1-4. So let's do this, baby. Hit it up, people. In the
Number 1.
Can Geno Smith right back? Was Rich Eisen's question. And this is sort of something we've all been kicking around for months. Who is the real Geno Smith? Is it the Raiders version? Is it the Seahawks version? And Rich Eisen's point is that Geno has been written off again after this Raiders year and how it ended in Seattle, and says, hey, like, people think he's done. But is he? What will he bring? We'll go to Johnny Red Boy. Can Geno Smith right back?
I don't think he needs to. Like, I don't.
What would you suggest he does instead of writing back?
I just want somebody that could take the offense, make it a offense that we can watch, not have us lose games, but could potentially also, help make the offense a offense where Snowball are like, holy shit, he threw it for over 40 yards on a pass. We haven't seen that in I don't know how long.
Oh, so you're saying
Wow.
his efforts aren't necessarily writing back to the league. It'll be writing back for Jet fans, but like 50 passing yards you don't think is going to titillate the rest of the league.
I mean, shit. Look, can Geno Smith right back? Yeah, I think so. I mean, the dude is the man. Like, he needs to be the guy with us. All this speeding ticket crap, all of that stuff is already, out the window. And I am excited to see a guy that will potentially be able to spread the ball. And I think we have that with Geno Smith. I'm not here asking Geno Smith to be the long-term freaking quarterback for us, which BG, I don't know if you saw, but Rich, your other side piece, Rich, bro. Yeah, man. Dude, his article this morning on what
I
he's
read that.
sprinkling, it with the rave that Bill Musgrave was talking about Cade. That's all I'm gonna say. So that's it.
Yeah, real quick, let's give a shout out to that, Rich. Please read his column every Sunday morning. Now, normally it is what he's hearing around the New York Jets. It's normally not a long form column. And this one isn't too long, but it's normally not that kind of column. It is like, here's nuggets, like, boom, I heard this about the Jets, this. He normally doesn't get into that back into when we get into the season and training camp. So I imagine when he comes out of vacation, that's coming in another week or two, which, by the way, we are 6 days away from the rookies reporting. Under a week away, folks. That's awesome. We are, let me start trying to do my days math, 9 days away from the veterans reporting, and the first training camp practice is 10 days away. So there you go. All your math at home, people. That is it. So yes, I highly recommend reading that column because for a lot of reasons, but Bill Musgrave's comments, he did not have a press conference that we can watch. So the only quotes we will hear is from the beat that gets these guys sort of off to the side. So, and we haven't heard a lot from Bill Musgrave this offseason. So, yeah, I thought there were some cool comments. And Rich even dropped the nugget on this on the Jets Collective podcast. Cade Klubnik's going to be like that fun story in training camp because everyone's going to be tracking the, he went 3 for 4 today on 7 on 7, but also preseason, right? I don't know if we're seeing Geno Smith's old ass out there. It's probably Cade. And by the way, I'm completely cool with it. Let's go. I'm fired up to watch Jets Bucks on August 14th and Cade Klubnik gets this group going and we overanalyze it. That's going to be fun. So yeah, Rich dropped that piece this morning. I highly recommend reading it and checking it out. And also, like I said, he dropped a similar nugget, a similar vein on the Jets Collective podcast this week. So interesting. So you don't believe, Johnny Boy says he doesn't believe Geno Smith has to write back. It's not some he has to be the savior for the team. He just has to, raise the floor. So, okay, I like that take. All right, let's go over to you, my favorite, Rich. Snowball, can Geno Smith write back?
Yes, he can write back. And I'm going to give him the pen.
Okay. Will he write back?
I hope his pen is big. Okay. I hope his pen is big.
That's a big pen, baby.
Pen is big. All right.
So,
yeah. Just put those two words together. So anyway, yes.
Anywho, proceed.
He can. He does not have to write a long letter. He just has to write a very short letter. And that letter.
A text?
No, more than a text, more than a tweet.
Notes?
Do they call it tweets anymore?
I call it tweets.
Some bullet points. Bullet points should include Garrett Wilson.
Okay.
The Brees Hall. A stacked offensive line at this point. Possibly A.D. Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a bulked up defense with leaders at every level.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Frank Reich, who has proven to be able to take quarterbacks and actually do some shit with them
Mhm.
and actually get them to perform. Super Bowl winning Frank Reich at that. So listen, does he have to write back? Yeah, he has to write back, but it doesn't have to be tremendous. He just has to manage the offense because basically he has the weapons. He's got people in the right positions. And if he just learns how to, Mason Taylor making a big jump second year. The addition of Sadiq, who will be the freak that we think he will be. And I totally think that he has every, if he runs out of one pen, he's going to grab another pen and he's just going to keep writing. But again, short little blurbs. Every game, just distribute the ball. Just don't be the hero. Don't try to be the hero. I think last year was trying to be the hero. So, I think that's why he's able to write back this season.
All right, that's fair. I would say real quick, because I see the Cade Klubnik discourse in the comments section, is I spoke to Rich Cimini at the Gangrene Beach Club for a lot of the time. Thank you, Rich, for all of his time, for advice or random Jets questions. When I asked him, I said, hey, can I just throw somebody like Cade Klubnik? We had this back thing, and backs are never not serious. Like that's a big deal. And he missed the final week of OTAs. He missed mandatory minicamp. Like, sup? What's going on? Like, and AG says, oh boy, if we would have had this practice week canceled, he definitely would have been out there. And it just made me side eye it. And Rich Cimini told me, like, hey man, I wouldn't side eye it. I've seen him walking around the facilities post the reported back injury. He looks fine. I think he's going to be good to go for training camp. So that's what Rich Cimini said. He's there all the time. I'll take his word for it. I have no idea. So on the Cade Klubnik discourse in the comment section, that's just what I would say to that. And can Geno Smith write back? I love a Geno Smith with a chip on his shoulder. I think that version of Geno Smith, to me, has proven time and time again to do things. We talked about it on the show yesterday. I didn't know this until we started walking through it. But, like, when was the last time the Jets beat the Dolphins in Miami? And it was Geno Smith's perfect passer rating game in 2014. That's kind of crazy to think about. It's 2026. We have not beaten the Dolphins in Miami in 12 years. So hopefully that changes this year. But, when Geno Smith had a chip on his shoulder and people start questioning him, that's been his best efforts. That crazy game. You go to the Seattle, like he was a backup forever, gets his shot in Seattle where he's competing against Drew Lock in 2022, comeback player of the year. Like, it just seems like he needs that motivation. Some people need external motivation. Tom Brady tried to, and I hate Tom Brady's guts, as we all should, but he just tried to find anything anyone would say anywhere as an external motivator. Oh, they don't believe in us against the world. Then that was sort of stupid after they win 1 million Super Bowls. I don't think it's us against the world anymore. But still, some people need external motivation. Some people are internally motivated. It seems like, and I don't know, I don't know much about Geno. I've never met him, but the fact of the matter is he seems like an externally motivated guy, and he has plenty of bulletin board material of people that have been making fun of him. Obviously, all the driving stuff he's catching flack for and jokes on social media. But again, all of that shuts up. If he throws 3 touchdown passes, the Jets beat the Tennessee Titans candy ass all over Nashville. So to me, I think we're going to get a motivated Geno Smith, and to me, that's pretty enticing to me. Yes.
He's learned a lot, yesterday. Not carrying. Oh, sorry.
No,
I think he's learned a lot by not carrying his license. So I think from now on, he's going to be able to sustain a drive.
Oh, I like what he did right there.
That's nice. No, go ahead, Johnny boy. You have something to say. Yeah.
Hey, so yesterday you had a guy that came on, right? So I'm gonna shout him out. Shout out to Jay Klein, right? One of my favorite callers. I truly enjoy when he calls in. Sure. Really do. And he talked about, I'm over here texting, Shorty Doo-Wop, and she's all like,
the Seattle Seahawks doctor's
right?
Daughter.
Yep.
Yeah, so that you met at the bar.
Yep. So, and he's like, oh, Geno Smith. Couldn't wait to get rid of that guy. Blah,
That's
blah,
apparently
blah.
What the Seattle Seahawks doctor's daughter texted Jake. Yes.
So when he said all of that, and I'm pretty much alluding that this individual was this, and I'm gonna continue to keep using this, right? Cancerous, truculent, right? Individual. That's what I thought. That's what I assumed he meant by that, but what that girl said. And I was like, yo, if he was that bad, I mean, would homie from the Raiders that just got fired, Coach Carroll, picked him up like that? I don't think so. You know what I mean? That dude's old school, bro. Like,
Right.
and he needed a guy that could potentially lead some players. And let's be honest, yo, they didn't have shit over there in the Raiders last year. Everybody felt like they got Brock Bowers was injured. They were trying to change freaking Genty's stance.
They traded away
right?
Jacoby Myers in the middle of the year, who was their best
Myers was
receiver.
gone. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so that line was ranked 32nd, if I'm not mistaken.
How many teams are in the NFL?
30 something, 32.
Yeah.
So, right?
So last.
From dead last.
Right.
And if you guys go and look at his last couple of years of yardage that he's had,
sure.
You guys are telling me that you guys would not want over 3,000 yards?
I take that.
I take that shit all day, every day. If this guy is a guy that, you know, gives a lot of interceptions, shit. Look, people wanted Jameis Winston. That dude's a turnover machine, but he spreads the ball out. So
well, here's my pushback. I just want to say to something Jay Klein said yesterday, but I can't push back on I guess I could. Everything you said, I push back on. But a thing I would push back on, despite the budding relationship between him and the Seattle Seahawks doctor's daughter, is just like the Seahawks were trying to re-sign him before he got traded. They offered him a contract. He says, I want more. And they're going back and forth about a contract extension. If he said yes, Sam Darnold never goes to Seattle. Geno Smith is a Seahawk for multiple years to come. They were just in disagreement over the value. And then the Seahawks go, damn, I don't think we can bridge this gap, or we're not comfortable bridging this gap. You know what? Whoa, Pete Carroll Raiders land a 3rd-round pick for Geno, and then we get to just utilize the money we would have dedicated to Geno to someone else, ends up being Sam Darnold, they win the Super Bowl. Yeah, so the part about Jake makes it seem like, oh, man, they couldn't wait to get rid of Geno. Well, that's based on the reporting, that's not true. They attempted to re-sign him, and not attempted to re-sign him like the Vikings attempted to re-sign Sam Darnold after his 14-win year, and they were like, hey, here's a shitty offer, take it or leave it. Like, that to me isn't legitimate re-signing. Like, they just sort of tried to sell their fan base. No, we tried, but they gave a lame effort. Like, apparently the Seahawks were really trying to keep Geno Smith, and then they didn't. So, yeah, that's a part I push back on old Jake there. That's
so
what I would
are you
say.
trying to say that if Geno Smith stayed with the Seahawks,
yes, that
he would have won the Super Bowl with them?
I don't think I said that at all whatsoever. Okay. Although who did say that? I can't remember if it was Jake yesterday. No, it definitely could have been Jake. He hates Geno's guts. Someone said, like, I can't remember the caller, but they said, like, hey, what Sam Darnold did wasn't that impressive, like, in the Super Bowl. And I agree. He was not wildly impressive in the Super Bowl. He had his moments during the regular season. And they said, hey, Geno, it might have been Ricky New York Live, but Geno in there, they win the Super Bowl because of the same quarterback play. Now, I don't think it's that easy just to pick up a piece and drop a piece and do that. Put any former Jets quarterback in there and they win the Super Bowl. I'm not quite sure I have that take, but I just feel like that part of it is overblown, that they were trying to get rid of him. And look, they were right. Look at him sucking in Vegas. I think there was a lot of reasons he stunk in Vegas. Some of it he has to, of course, take on for himself when he leads the league in picks. He's the most sacked quarterback in football, but I think that's part of the conversation too. All right, let's go to the next point here, and we got to hit it up with
number 2.
Let's get to it. Number 2. Is Frank Reich the answer? Now, I almost rewrote this for Rich and said, is Frank the Reich answer? But I didn't. But I thought I'd still say it because I thought of it. Anywho, is Frank Reich the answer? The Jets have had massive turnover at offensive coordinator. They have not had an offensive coordinator last more than 2 seasons since our boy Schotty, Brian Schottenheimer. Every other offensive coordinator since him, and that was a long time ago, have been 2 years or shorter, or Tanner Engstrand, one and done. We've had several one and dones, unfortunately, over this run. I remember all the takes. I have the receipts of all the Jets content creators when Tanner Engstrand was fired and Frank Reich was hired. Oh, this is lame. This sucks. And now they're singing a different tune. And I'm like, I saw you bastards. You can't try to sweep crap under the rug. I remember what you said initially. Unlike this guy, I said Frank Reich is better than Tanner Engstrand when it was not as popular. But now look at me, baby. Look at me. I'm right. Although nothing's happened yet, so I don't know what I'm actually right about at all, but that's neither here nor there. Hey, look at this real quick in the middle of all this. We got some memberships via the Venmo. Okay. Town Jet, who sent in 6 bones, baby. That's what I'm talking about. You are now $7 away from a third raffle ticket, T-Town Jet. You guys can always use the Venmo feature. It's at the end of the scrolling ticker if you're watching the show. That's at BoyGreen25, BoyGreen25, baby. 25, I say. All right, very nice. Send in all of those raffle tickets for the contest. Appreciate that. Thank you for the $6. T-Town Jet. Again, $7 away from a raffle ticket. Anywho, let's call an audible. Let's get back in the huddle here. Frank Reich, do you guys believe he's the answer? Do you guys believe he's an upgrade over Tanner Engstrand? And what are expectations for the 2026 season? We'll start off with you, Rich.
Oh, I like the fake out.
Those no-look passes. Oh,
Nate Hackett.
Interception.
Tanner Engstrand. Frank Reich.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me this isn't an improvement over what we've seen in the past, like some odd years. Super Bowl champion, Frank Reich.
2017. Yeah. Philadelphia Eagles. He was the offense coordinator. Yep.
He's worked with quarterbacks like, I don't know, Phillip Rivers, Andrew Luck,
Nick Foles.
Jacoby
Brissett.
The other? And who's the other kid? What's his name?
Bryce Young.
No. What's the other kid? I wrote it down. It'll come to me in a second.
Tanner
Anyway,
McKee.
Not Tanner McKee. The redhead kid.
Oh, Andy Dalton.
Not Andy Dalton.
The Red Rifle.
Not the Red Rifle. I'm not talking about him either. Anyway, it'll come to me.
Okay.
The guy who went to the Vikings, right?
Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's had success with all these quarterbacks, and like I don't think like they're big running quarterbacks. I think they're pocket passers. I think Geno's a pocket passer now. He's still got legs, but I think he's more of in the pocket. So for him to be able to develop Geno Smith, I don't know if he's going to develop him any further. I think he's going to enhance what he's capable of doing, and he's going to encourage him. And this is what the people, and I know Yo Holmes loves this, but I said a player empowering offense, right? Meaning that like given the option to adapt in game, right, as opposed to just sticking with a game plan, I think he's able to do that with Geno. If the offensive line hiccups, if our star players go down, like they did, like for Geno in Las Vegas, right, then you're going to have trouble. But if they keep him upright and he can just distribute the ball to Garrett, Brees, Mason Taylor, Sadiq, A.D. Mitchell, these players, if he can just distribute the ball nicely and not be knocked down every freaking play, like Frank has the right game plan. So
did you say Frank has the Reich game plan?
Yes, he has the Reich game plan. And nice. I think if you just take it at face value, disregard the past and just deal with what we're dealing with right now, everything's an unknown at this point because he hasn't coached a damn game yet with the Jets.
Sure.
So just take it at face value and just be like, hey, you know what? The potential is there for a lot of success. We'll see what happens during the season. But for now, just don't, what do they say? Don't, outlean your skis, right?
Sure. Cart before the horse.
Right? Just do that. Just don't be the negative Jets fan and think that the shit's going to hit the fan right away.
Yeah.
See what's going to happen.
Speaking of shit, I see Tazy 420 says, who does number 2 work for? Nice. I haven't thought about that line in a while, so thank you. There we go. Addy in the building. Appreciate that.
Shout out to Addy, man.
Yeah, there you go. So, again, we shift over to you. Some interesting thoughts there from Rich. There is a lot of Jet fans, unfortunately, that have been beaten down over the years, and they assume the most negative result is going to happen. I see Jamal Joseph asked, "Hey, what happened to Frank Reich getting fired in his last 2 stops?" Whoa, 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 whoa. He didn't get fired his last 2 stops. Stanford was a 1-year thing. Andrew Luck told him, if you win the national championship, you're gone. If you go 0 and whatever, you're gone. I just need somebody for a quick season in the middle of this controversy. So he wasn't fired from there. But if you're referencing his previous NFL stops, which would have been Indianapolis and ultimately Carolina, again, everything is on your resume forever, so it is what it is. But Carolina, I mean, David Tepper was throwing drinks at people, knocking people's hats off. I mean, that guy's a crazy kook. So I don't know how much, like, the Carolina thing seemed to be a disaster. Now, I'm not sure how much credit I give him. It's been reported after the fact. Oh, Frank Reich wanted C.J. Stroud the entire time. Okay. I wanted Tom Brady. I just didn't take him. I don't know. That to me seems a little weak. Like, I feel like if I'm the brand new head coach, I better have some say over who the hell the number 1 overall pick is going to be. And it has been dressed in a way that suggests that he did not have any choice and they had to take Bryce Young. So I'm not going to give him credit for that. Other people are, but that's neither here nor there. But the Carolina situation was a disaster. And then the Colts, he had a lot of success, multiple top 10 offenses. And Saleh said this when he was here. There are 2 results for a coach. You get hired, you get fired. That's it. Very rarely do you have a chance to choose your own destiny, retire when you want. Most coaches get hired only to inevitably get fired at some point later in the future. So Frank Reich had a lot of success there in Indianapolis, multiple top 10 offenses. So that I'm not that I don't blow up too much, but I saw Jamal Joseph talk about that in the comment section. Back to you, Johnny boy. Is Frank Reich the answer?
The hope is yes. The answer, he better be. I tell you that much, because when
Johnny boy, what is the question? Is Frank Reich the answer? Well, what's the question?
I mean, dude, that's the thing, right? Because so I'm watching Rich talk, and he talks about how he had a pen when he was watching the Denver game, and he started stabbing himself.
He did. Yeah, he said he was watching the Jets Broncos in London, and the lack of offense in that game, as he was writing notes down, he looked down at his pen and wondered whether or not he should stab his own eyeballs out. I'm like, Jesus. And that is in the middle of this segment that we're talking about, where we're highlighting the biggest questions for the Jets ahead of the season. And yes, that's what he said. Jesus.
I know it was crazy, but then I started going back, and I started looking at a lot of the offensive coordinators that we've had in the past, and I felt like I mean, the last one that we could say was somewhat okay was when we had Shoddy. After that,
wait.
After that,
what about Chan Gailey in 2015? That was pretty good. It was short, but that worked. That was good.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we've had so many just one and done, one and dones, one and dones, one and dones, one and dones. And I was going back to see who was the last like offensive coordinator that stayed with us for a little bit, right? At least 2 years or more. And
the only one that's done that is Shoddy. No other, it was, in a recent column, no other offense coordinator for the Jets has lasted more than 2 seasons since Brian Schottenheimer. So it's all been 2 or less, and most of the time, unfortunately, one and done, like Tanner Engstrand joins that one and done group that we've had a lot of. That's true.
And I say that because, again, going back, so the conversation between you and Jake yesterday was super interesting, because he talks about, well, what is Frank's motivation, right? What is Frank wanting to do? Is Frank just coming here to get another coaching job as a head coach? I don't think it is.
I don't think so either.
I think he wants to put his foot down to show everybody how good of an OC he could truly be. Mm-hmm. It did not work for him as a head coach. We've said it multiple times on this show, on our show, Snowball, that there are some coaches that are really good at being an offensive coordinator, and there's some coaches that just suck being a head coach. Okay. And Frank Reich, I believe, will be the answer. He has the weapons there. Again, if you're here saying that Geno Smith needs to be the savior, then I don't know if I could get on that. But if he's going to be the bridge and then potentially be a guy that could give the reins over to maybe a Cade or insert other quarterback coming in, I think Frank is going to unlock that and give us something competent enough for us to be like, we could win games and not lose them. So is Frank Reich the answer? Yes, I think so. I could not stand Tanner. Anybody that knows me knew that I was not a Tanner guy. Mike LaFleur, when we had him, I thought he was just given. I think he was the scapegoat. If I'm being honest with you, So I mean, look at him.
I appreciate
now.
when you are. Yeah.
Hey, you already know what time it is. I love the marriage that this organization has done with.
I'm not familiar
with the old heads, and then with the young cats too, right? So
Yeah.
Seth Ryan, like, dude, when you said Seth Ryan to Jake, and Jake did his like maniac laugh, right?
Yeah.
Jake, hey, shout you out, Jake. First off, I fucking was laughing my ass off because your face.
Yeah, like I was like, dude, shut up.
Yeah, bro. I was like, what is going on? It was the villain laugh, bro. That's exactly what it was.
With all due respect.
Yeah, with all due
respect.
respect.
Disrespect. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So is Frank Reich the answer? Yeah, I hope. He needs to be. He has to be.
Okay. Tell me this. Okay. We'll do scales of 1 to 10. My fiance hates when I do this, but let's do it. Scale of 1 to 10. In confidence in Frank Reich. So 1, no confidence. You have no hope that he's going to turn this around. 10, you are extremely confident he's going to turn this around. You have high hopes that he's going to turn this around. And 5 is just average in the middle. Where do you stand on Frank Reich? As we're, again, all these insert days away from training camp. We're 10 days away from the first training camp practice. What is the confidence meter? 1 to 10. Thanks for the sound effects.
7.5.
7.5. All right, Johnny boy.
I like a good 8.
Yeah, I'm above both of you. I'm probably an 8.2. I can't be completely a 10 because obviously the last couple of stops, it's not like he had a top 10 offense and then they fired him because of too much effectiveness. So clearly there are some level of questions, but I just am so confident that he is better than what we've had, and what we've had has been terrible. So he has to be better, and thus how much better, right? Does it take our offense from bottom 5 where it's been since 2015? So 2015 was this magical, very special year where offense was crazy. Besides that, 2016 moving forward, the last 10 years, our offense has been bottom 5 in like every category. Outside of random, hey, our run game was a little better here, but overall offense has been terrible for a decade. Frank Reich, can he get us to 23? Can he get us to 20? I feel like these are reasonable expectations we're all talking about here. And again, if a Bengals fan randomly just ran into the show right now and said, what? These guys are hoping for 20? Jake Klein laughed. And I'm sure they're having all that stupid laughing going on. But to us, the difference between bottom 5, 27 to 32, and 23 is a significant, raise to competency. And I think that's if Geno Smith gets a C on his chest this year, I hope it's not for captain. I hope it's for competency, because that's what I want on offense. That's what I want the C to stand for. I want us to have the floor raised. I've been saying it for months, so I'm sure it's annoying to a lot of people. Frank Reich, raise the floor. Geno Smith, raise the floor. And then let's just see what happens. Raise the roof. Yeah, Michael Jordan, the ceiling's the roof. I still don't know what that means, but you know what? Let's raise the roof. And I believe that Frank Reich can raise the floor, and then we'll see what that, sort of correlates there in terms of the roof there for old Frank Reich. So I want to get to this one because this one actually did not make Rich Eisen's list. It would have made my list if I made a similar one. Actually, before I get there, I see David Aaron real quick. My X factor would be, how does passing game coordinator Seth Ryan, cue Jake Klein's laughing, get the innovation onto the field and utilize all of the weapons at his disposal? And he's got Seth Ryan, and that's the biggest name we know. But there's a bunch of Stanford kids on the staff too, Thomas Merkel and a few others that have connections to Frank Reich, and they're whiz kids or really intelligent individuals. I don't know the ages of all of them. And if Frank Reich is very open, and it sounds like he is, to incorporating some of that new age stuff, whatever it is. Plus, Frank has forgotten more football than most of us will ever know. I respect, I don't want to call him like a senior, but like, this is a guy that's seasoned. I respect what he brings to the game. A lot of people go, he's old. He doesn't know the game anymore. And I just feel like that's lazy just takes that people are having. I think he brings a lot to the table, and I think that veteran experience is going to be massively beneficial to young Cade Klubnik, to work with Geno Smith, veteran. Geno Smith has seen a lot of different stuff, so I think that's going to help. So yes, David Aaron, a good highlight here about how some of ththose younger guys on the staff can sort of incorporate. But I want to make sure we get this one in here before we get to the rest of this segment here, and it is NC Green. And like I said, if I would have made this 4 biggest questions list, this would have been on my question list, but it did not make Rich Eisen's. But let's get here to NC Green with a $5 super chat. Wow. $5 super chat. Thank you, NC Green, by the way. Quick math, beep, boop, bop. You are $13 away from a 5th raffle ticket, sir. So great work. More concerned, NC Green says this, he's more concerned about AG trying to be a head coach in DC than Reich running the offense. Reich has had success as an offensive coordinator. That's true. So if you just if you're not one of those people that, around, Christmas time, you need to see Santa Claus's fat ass come down the chimney before you believe. Well, you've seen Santa's fat ass come down the chimney for Frank Reich, multiple top 10 offenses. You have seen it. I've seen Santa. I know what he looks like. For the people going, head coach in DC, we have not seen Aaron Glenn juggle those balls before. He hasn't had the opportunity to, so this is the first time, but that's a fair concern to have. I've said this a few times. Jet fans thought that Aaron Glenn was overwhelmed with simply the head coach position last year. Now, let me show you this. I'm going to do head coach and call defensive plays. And I think a lot of Jet fans are like, ooh, that could be a disaster. To me, I think if he was ever going to succeed at it, he was going to succeed at it in this way. I know a lot of people give AG shit because he didn't take over play calling with like 5 games to go or 10 games to go and say, Steve Wilkes, get out of the way. Let me show you how it's done. And again, this is unpopular opinion, but I just share the opinions that I have in my brain, whether they're popular or unpopular. I'm glad Aaron Glenn didn't do that because so many people would be calling him an idiot. If he didn't save this godforsaken defense last year, people were like, boom, see, superpower my ass, even though he wouldn't say that for another 7 months. But like this guy was hired because of his defensive prowess. If he takes over for Steve Wilkes, who sucks, and he continues to suck, all faith is lost in AG. If he does it in this way, there's a lot of people that still don't have faith, but he has months to prepare for trying to call defensive plays and be a head coach at the same time. Jeff Olberg tried to balance both of those. He failed miserably in the middle of a season to try to figure it out. And there's so much already going on in an NFL season. To try to add this in, I think, is difficult. Aaron Glenn's path to success is there because he's had months to figure it out. He's going to figure it out in training camp too, where Brian Duker's helping set things up and he's calling defense and what works and what doesn't. Hopefully he figures that information out very quickly because the season's right around the corner. But like, to me, I understand if you have concern. Let's sort of go around the room here on concern level. 1 to 10, baby. How concerned are you with old AG juggling defensive play calling duties and being the head coach? We'll go to you first, Rich. Okay. 10, you're as concerned as all hell. 1, not concerned.
I'm going to put it again at a 7.5. So, and here's the thing. This is the reason that I'm saying this is, well, could it be less? It might be a little bit less. Okay. Because here's the thing. If I asked you, and we'll talk about last season, if I asked you to do your show and then run the radio station that you work for, could you do it? Could you run the radio station and do your show at the same time?
At the same time? That'd be difficult.
Yeah, it'd be very difficult. So here's the thing. What did Aaron Glenn do during the offseason? Some people say too late, but he changed the entire coaching staff, right? And what was the reason for that? The reason for that, and I don't say that the foresight was there, but, Woody basically told him, what the hell am I paying you for? You're going to be the head coach? So, no, coach the defense, you son of a bitch, right? Just
which, by the way, I don't blame him for. Some people are saying, "Ooh, look at Woody overstepping." I'm like, shit, he's the best. If I was Woody Johnson, I'd have my hands all over this team. I'd be all over it because I'm the guy. I'm the one who's paying everybody. I should have vested interest. If he told AG, "Hey, buddy, you do it. Screw Wink Martindale." If that was a suggestion by Woody, That's the greatest suggestion by Woody Johnson in his entire 26 years of ownership. Great. I'm glad that he's telling him, hey, you do it. That's why I freaking hired you, man. I think that's best for business.
And it might be one of the best decisions that he's made or will have made. But changing the coaching staff means that he's really now he's handpicked them for specific reasons, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, having to lean heavily on the coaching staff is going to enable him to actually focus on coaching the defense. I think he has the right people in place to support him in the head coaching position, to let him coach the defense and use his I hate that he said superpower. Like, why did he have to say that? Like,
that just gave Jake Asman so much fodder. And now a bet and everything. Like Jake Asman was dormant. He was just here. And as soon as he got superpower, Jake's like, yeah, you said that, didn't you? Superpower. And I'm like, Aaron Glenn, you son of a beep, 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 beep.
See, but I loved it.
Yeah. You love the superpower?
Yeah, bro. I am somebody that, look, I was not an Aaron Glenn guy in the beginning when he came over here. I was not, okay? The fact of the matter is, a lot of people do not like Aaron Glenn whatsoever. They never liked him from the beginning. They wanted a head coach. They wanted Vrabel. They want to insert other name of coach. Then you get this guy. It is a disaster of a season. See, I told you we should have gotten Vrabel. Well, no shit, right? Because you saw what he did with the Patriots now. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. F Vrabel. I would say that. I hope everything that's going on with him and Diana Rossini keeps coming out, and it's a whole bunch of shit that's involved with it. AG should have been taking over the DC stuff, taking over the reins a while back. I wanted that from the very beginning when he came on over. If that is your true superpower, get that, use it, and enhance it with being the head coach as well. I did not like Wilks. I kept saying to you guys last year, who has a lot more pressure on them? Is it Wilks? Is it Tanner? I kept saying Wilks, because I'm somebody that's still old school, believes that defense still matters. You saw what Seattle did, okay? The guy that was the coach over there, was he not his superpower was being a DC? And that shit helped them out when they had to beat the little, Patriots or whatever. So again, am I concerned if you're gonna give me a scale and I have to put there? I'm gonna stay on an 8, man. I believe in what they're trying to do. Is it slow? Is it very like Rich Eisen wanting to stab himself with a pen? I mean, yeah, because we just want to win. But if this leads us to have something to be a sustained winning freaking organization, I would take that all day, every day.
Yeah. I want to address, because Yo Holmes is always going crazy in the comment section. It's hard to keep up with it all. But Yo Holmes, let me explain. If somehow the communication was not received, the words from my mouth to your ear hole, somehow there was lost in translation. I did not say Aaron Glenn wanted this from the beginning and that the Wink thing. So Aaron Glenn seems like he wanted to hire Wink. Woody said, screw that. You are doing it. I'm not saying Glenn came to this realization. I'm saying that Woody said, hey, buddy, you're based on all the reporting, you're calling the defense. And I'm now saying, now that reality has clearly set, he's already announced he's calling plays, Aaron Glenn is best set for success. If this is going to work, it may not work, but if it is going to work, he has months to prepare for this DC role. I did not say this is what Aaron Glenn always wanted. I'm saying if I was Aaron Glenn, and I've said this in the past, if I'm Aaron Glenn and it's 10 years from now and I was long fired away from the Jets and I wake up at 3 a.m, I go look myself in the mirror and I'm like, I'm thinking about what happened. I'm like, I did everything I could. I called the defensive plays. I have no regrets. There's nothing I can have. If I hired Wink and Wink sucked and I got fired, I would forever live with regret. I'd be like, damn it. What if I called the plays? What if this? There's no what if. He is calling the plays this year. If it doesn't work, he gets fired and he can sleep a little easier at night because he did everything in his power.
Exactly.
I assume. He seems like, from everything Rich Eisen said about him, he's been around him for 30 years. He said he's an incredibly hard worker. So, like, if he fails, it won't be because of lack of hard work. And now, if he fails, it won't be because he didn't call plays. So I'm not trying to make up a new scenario. I'm not making ridiculous scenarios where I'm pretending that this was AG's call. Sometimes a decision gets made because of circumstances beyond your control, and it ends up being the best decision for you. I believe that's what happened here. I believe AG was going to try to hire Wink. For whatever reason, didn't work out. Woody was penny pinching, or he just said, hey, AG, you're a freaking defensive guy. You called the freaking plays. Whatever result ended up here, to me, it doesn't matter. It's the result that happened. I don't care about the path. The path was not a little. It was clearly sloppy to get us to this result. But I think this is the best thing for AG. This is the veggies that he is eating here that I think is going to be best for his career if it's going to have any shot. There may be no shot here. The good thing is for Aaron Glenn, he had a long NFL career for 15 years. He made a lot of money. If he gets fired by the Jets, he can crawl back to Detroit and have another job instantly as a defensive coordinator / defensive assistant and get paid for the rest of his life. So I'm not trying to pull out the smallest violins in the world. I just truly believe that this guy is going to have success with this path. That's what I believe. But I understand the concern level that is here. So thank you, NC Green, for that $5 super chat.
Well,
much
BG,
appreciated. Yes,
BG,
sir.
real quick.
Yeah.
The NFL is about relationships, right?
I would say yes.
Okay. So if AG was to have come up and been like, Wilkes, you sucked. He sucked. He was crap. He was trash. He was the worst thing. What the hell was I drinking when I wanted to hire him and all of that? Dude, it would sour so many people to be like, yo, Aaron Glenn, bro, did you just see what he just did to his friend and Wilkes? He's not gonna do that, man. Dude, there was so much rumbling that was being talked about how a lot of the defensive guys did not like Wilkes. And not once did you see Glenn come out and be like, yeah, Wilkes fucking sucks. Like, that dude's straight trash. He's straight ass. I should have taken over it. I effed up or anything. He put everything on himself in a way that I was like, all right, bet. He's changing his ways. He's talking better to the media. At least he's recognizing that right now compared to doing that later on. Bro, I was floored when I saw Saleh say, when I was with the Jets, I felt like a, cheerleader on the sideline. Nobody's talking enough about that.
Yeah.
But Saleh did all this shit. Saleh saved us and all that. At the end of the day, man, I don't give a shit if Saleh was good. The fact of the matter is, we have not won a season, and I don't know how long already, okay? And it's maddening, and it pisses me off that people are fine with us just having 8 wins. Fuck that. I want at least 9 wins. Give me a winning season.
That'd
If
be
this
great.
dude somehow happens to get into the playoffs or some shit, playoffs, and that happens, bro, you win in New York, the credibility is instant. You saw it all this whole entire weekend. The Knicks
Playoffs? Are you talking about the playoffs?
The Knicks are everywhere right now, and BG, I know. I'm not going to say I'm sorry because I'm not sorry, but I'm going to continue talking about the Knicks because they are everywhere right now. You win in New York, it's different. It's different, bro. And it would catapult him to probably conversations about coach of the year that quick.
I'm sure if the Jets made the playoffs, Aaron Glenn would, of course, be in the coach of the year conversation. I agree with that. But Hop on Pop, you're saying you believe he's going to have success based on ... what?
Hope. That's all I have.
Well, okay. Well, there you go. You have hope. But he got all the players that he wanted this offseason. So that gives me hope that, again, if this is going to work, all the things that could have happened are in the best position for it to happen. Aaron Glenn had his hand-picked defense of getting guys from his past. David Onyemata, Demario Davis, Minkah Fitzpatrick, who isn't a direct correlation to Aaron Glenn, but his staff. He got his fingerprints over David Balin, number 2 overall pick. You don't think Aaron Glenn had some say in who was going to be the number 2 overall pick out of 2 defensive players? He had his choice. Darren Mucci clearly leaned on Aaron Glenn to make that decision. So why do I believe he's going to have success in this path? He has months to prepare for this role. And apparently, according to Rich Eisen, he's the hardest worker of all time. So, like, that won't be an issue. He has his hand-picked defense with trades, free agent signings, waiver wire, literally everything on this roster. So, to me, why do I believe he's going to have success? Those reasons, I believe. And in Detroit, people keep overlooking this. Why did he get hired? Because he was former friends with Woody Johnson? It's because he was able to have defensive success with the Detroit Lions. His final year with all the crazy-ass injuries, he overcame unbelievable obstacles to put this ragtag bunch together to have a more than competent defense. So his history, former player success, his coaching success, hand-picked defense he put together, all of those reasons, and the months of preparation, which I think he's going to take full advantage of. Those are the reasons that I believe that success. So yeah, sure. Hope. I hope everything works out. I hope the Jets go 17-0. There's a lot of hope things that I have, but no, I think it's based on more than just hope. Please, Rich.
Not that I'm telling you how to run your show, because I would never tell you how to run your show.
Yeah.
But I think that this question that NC Green put up, and the fact that your dad is asking us what we believe in, or why Aaron Glenn is going to be successful, is a beautiful tie-in to the next question that's coming up.
Great work there. Before we get there, Snowball, let's give two. Yeah, see, that's why you're a part of this team. DNY for Life, by the way, has been a member for 2 years on this channel. When I see shout-outs like this, first off, Zerylin. Wow. When I see things like this, and we saw it with Austrian earlier, a few of you are sort of joined the OG group around the same time a couple years ago. This is so freaking cool, man. DNY for Life, you've been here, which is amazing. By the way, I don't know if you want the public credit for this DNY for Life, but thank you for your contributions to the Wounded Warrior Project last night privately, doing that not on the show, because I'm sure you're not doing it for the credit, but you're doing it to raise money for charity. So thank you for your charitable efforts last night, texting me, and I appreciate that. And that's been added to the total where we've raised over $1,200. So thank you, DNY for Life, my pop's favorite shipmate here on the show. He says, playoffs coming this year. Hold the rope. Oh, yeah. Hopefully Aaron Glenn has some funny way, like, right, Geno Smith's thing, they wrote me off, but I didn't write back. Maybe he's got a rope line ready to go, but just use it at the right time. Salah pulled out the receipts thing a little too early. Use it at the right time. That would be my suggestion. DNY for Life. So appreciate that.
Snowball, do it. Show it.
Show what? What?
Do it. Just do it.
What the hell is going on right now? Nope. All right, while that's happening, 5 memberships have been gifted by DNY for Life. Appreciate that. Ring the bell. Oh, yeah, baby. Let's freaking go. Absolutely spectacular. I love when memberships are being gifted from the high heavens.
Make sure we play like the New York Jets and not some slap team. That's what I want to see tomorrow. Do we understand what the I want to see tomorrow? Let's go to eat a damn snack.
By the way, DNY for Life, you now have another raffle ticket, and Snowball has some rope to spice things up.
Don't let go. Don't let go.
Never let go. I'll never let go.
I'll
never let go, Jack.
Yeah. Wow. Didn't have that on the bingo card. Where'd you get that rope there, Rich?
From my rope collection, given to me by Aaron Glenn. Yes.
Naturally.
I have many ropes.
I will leave it at that.
One day I will show you the ropes.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's kinky. All right. DNY for Life has gifted 5 memberships to Boy Green Coffee Club. Boys, can you guys read these new members?
Out of the top 3, you got the other 2. It went to Keith the Change, B. Borrow 1121. Forgive Greenx 6460. Boy Green, I know you hate when I butcher names, bro, but that was a tough one.
I don't hate when you butcher names. You do it to your heart's content. So God bless America. Snowball, Rich,
I'll take the bottom 2. Uncle Tio VR.
Whoa,
got a
Tio's
membership.
back.
And so did Skylar Hamilton, 91.51.
Beautiful. That's amazing. I see we have more memberships coming in. First off, Party with Peg and Artie, a member for 14 months on the channel. Zariah Luna, that deserves that.
Wow.
A early happy birthday to Mr. Fulltime. I believe his birthday is tomorrow. Good luck co-hosting. Yes, he has put his name in the ring if I am to have a co-host on the show.
Can't wait. I cannot wait.
He is on the list. That is for sure. So
I have breaking news, by the way.
All right, let's all right, I'll play. Sure. What grace us with your breaking news.
Rich Eisen had a podcast that had like 4 questions about the New York Jets that Boyd Green's going to talk about today.
That is, in fact, accurate info, and we will use that segue that Rich brought up earlier in just a moment. But first, Party with Peg and Artie gifted a Boyd Green Coffee Club membership. Let's ride! All right, Rich, what do we got?
I have to scroll. Hold on. I'm scrolling.
Johnny Boy, what do we got?
Abu _ Jacob.
Nice. Party with Peg and Artie, you have $6 committed to our raffle so far, so you're $19 away from a raffle ticket, which we will promote after we finish this list. I'll get back into that. But Party with Peg and Artie, thanks for the love.
I have breaking news too.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Abu Jacob just received a gifted membership.
So we've got a new question to get to, and Rich's suggestion here. Let's go to number 3, which made me cry, not with laughter, but with sadness.
Number 3.
Rich Eisen asked, will the Rich Eisen show once again tie the entire Jets defense in interceptions?
That hurt.
And he went around the room saying, hey, Mike Del Tufo, how many picks do you have? 0. Chris Brockman, 0. Old TJ over there, 2 Jiggy, 0. We all had 0 interceptions. God, there's nothing more I want. Johnny, we're going to be there. Snowball, you're going to be there. Everybody's going to be there. Jets Titans week 1. Cam Ward's first pass intercepted. Thank you. It's over. Yes. There's going to be the loudest cheer of all time. I hope the TV cameras are ready to roll, panning to the crowd of the nuts, crazy energy and everything else that's going to happen. But so this is joking, but also serious, obviously, is that, what's a way to old Pop believes that the offense is going to be better than the defense this year, and people have varying takes on whether or not that's true. But one way to help out the offense, if you don't believe that's true, is give them short fields to work with, create turnovers. Pick 6 is just put points on the board. That's great. But put the offense in short field positions, and then that's easier, in theory, to get points on the board, take advantage as your defense helps your offense. Hand feeds hand, hand-to-hand combat. That's what we need. So we need the Jets to have turnovers. And since we're doing this confidence scale, I guess I'll keep going back to this because we have Nashawn Wright. He had 5 picks last year. He's had turnovers. D'Angelo Ponce pick 6, old Dante Moore in the college football playoff. That was sweet. So we have some players that have been added to this team that have a history. Minkah Fitzpatrick, over the last 3 years, he only had 2 picks, but prior to that, he had 19 picks in the first 6 years of his career. So he was a ball hawk. So we have players on this roster that have history with taking the ball away. Will the Jets be able to do this and take the ball away, create turnovers? Confident 10, you think they're going to have as many turnovers as possible. 1, you have 0 confidence. You believe this is going to be another issue again this season. We'll start off with you, Johnny.
All right. That segment, I was like, dude, this is coming from a guy that is like us. Rich is a diehard fan, and he is feeling the pain, so he asked everybody, and everybody was like, I didn't get nothing. Look, I say this.
Yeah.
I hope that does not happen, but
you hope what does not happen?
that he answers the same question next season.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, and
that'd be
and
tough.
we're here all over again.
Oh boy.
I could care less about the whole interception shit, to be honest with you, because for me, at the end of the day, it's about getting a dub. All right, I want wins.
Yeah. But if you get interceptions, that helps it a lot easier to get dubs by creating interceptions.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, and this whole shit about the interception stuff like that. Look, you just said the guys that came that are here now, right?
Yeah,
They
have turnover history. Yes.
So I'm hoping that shit's gonna come out. It's gonna help us out, and we're gonna get the ball hawks, like you were saying, dude. When you said ball hawk, I just wanted to say go 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 for some reason, dude. I'm in a different
for
mood
holding
today.
that back in a delayed sense until right now to deliver that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
That's better than chooch.
That's true. That has not happened today until just now. Thank you for reminding him. But
I'm just baiting him. That's all.
I can appreciate that. But if you don't like this turnover conversation, you want them to get a pick so we could start the turnover train and we can do a different part of the conversation.
Choo choo. Let's go, baby.
I knew you couldn't help
Let's
yourself.
go. Hey,
but again,
what if we end up leading it? Imagine that. It switches around and we lead the NFL at interceptions.
There's this thing called positive regression. And it's like if the ball bounces your way in one season, it bounces away from you in theory in another season. Like things are supposed to come back to the means. So if you're on an extreme, you're due for a pendulum swing the other way. That's just what the gods say. That's supposed to happen. The Jets were so bad in that area that naturally it can't be that bad again. Like the lightning can't strike twice in exactly that same spot again. So naturally there should be a positive switch where the Jets have a lot more opportunities at the very least. Yeah, so Frankie, love this. Let's throw this out in the universe. He says Jets will have multiple picks in week 1. Sign me the hell up. That would be spectacular. That'd be spectacular. Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Rich, what was your
scale?
The question. What was the scale? Again, 10. You're supremely confident they're going to have a ton of takeaways. 1. You are very concerned that we could be having the same issues again. You said hope, but what is it on the scale?
8. 8 is my number on the scale.
All right.
All right. So for those of you who say that the Titans game is a must win, right?
Yeah.
I think it even goes before that. I think it comes down to the coin toss.
Really?
Where the Jets win the coin toss and defer.
Oh yeah.
Right? And that first play, like you said, that first play from scrimmage, right? That we get a pick. Would the stadium not explode in the Jet section? Like it would explode. I want to be there. I want to be there to pick you up pick you up in the air. And Johnny Boy, we're gonna help him. We're gonna raise Boy Green off the floor.
Make sure you guys work out before then, so you can.
I got you, bro.
Come on, you're losing weight, dude. Like
I am.
You're doing it. Yeah.
One cheek, you got the other.
Yeah. But no. Anyway, stop. So last year, right? The Jets defense got spanked how? What was the weakness of the defense? Yeah, butt cheeks, spank, right?
Okay. What was your question? I'm sorry, I got lost.
No,
I love Snowball. I love.
How do we get beat? How do we get beat? Like besides, all right. So what was the number one concern with the defense? With the paddle?
Okay. Yeah. How did the Jets get beat? They got beat all over the place by everything. Running the football.
We were a sieve, right? We were middle of the defense. We were a sieve. Like people could run on us at will. So quarterbacks didn't have to throw the ball. Now, what do we do during the offseason? You got big chunky Sweat, right? He came in, big guy, right? And now you got David Bailey, you got McDonald, you got Osai, you got Phillips, you got Briggs, right? You got Onyemata, right? You got these guys who are going to bulk up the defensive line and hopefully, like you said prior, right, force these quarterbacks into second and long, third and long. And now you have Nashawn Wright, You got Brandon Stevens. You got these guys. You got Pons, who comes in and gives them opportunities. Last year, we were lacking opportunities to actually get interceptions. And when we did get them, we dropped them, and that sucked. But other than that, a couple of times that happened. The confidence
Bengals
level,
game, Azaria Thomas, he didn't reestablish himself in bounds. He had the diving pick. Brandon Stevens dropped the pick 6 against Aaron Rodgers that would have won us the game. Those are two out there. The Patriots were 2 Jet defenders. Freaking Drake May threw just a lollipop. I'm like, oh my God, here it is. It's right there. And 2 Jets, Quantas Stiggers and someone else, whoever the safety was, maybe Malcolm Moore, ran into each other. I'm like, oh my God. Wow. Yeah. We're going to go the entire season without an interception. Those are 3 off the top of my head. Yeah.
So the opportunities weren't there. This season, you stand a better chance of getting interceptions, at least maybe league average interceptions, with forcing these QBs into longer than acceptable situations on second and third down.
Unfortunately, it's not available. NC Green says, should we bring back Ashton Davis, who was the last person to get an interception for the Jets? For those who don't know, back in 2024 was the last time that happened. He's on the 49ers. He was signed to San Francisco. So we'll have to keep an eye on roster cuts to see if he later becomes available. But he's a 49er. All right. I see we have a super chat in here from Chef Kevin Gilbert, who me and Rich broke bread with at Gangrene Beach Club.
Chef.
A beautiful super chat here. Shout out to Chef.
Wow.
By the way, Chef, you're $10 away from another raffle ticket. Your first raffle ticket you kindly donated to Ricky New York Live, who has a shot, which, again, once we finish off with the Rich Eisen stuff, I'll promote the raffle that's coming up for ticket giveaways for the Jets-Browns game coming up. So you could choose to do whatever you'd like with a second raffle ticket, Chef Kevin Gilbert. You're $10 away. We have till the 31st, which is a Friday in July. If you give $10 more before the end of that, you will get another raffle ticket. His super chat is this: good morning, Boy Green and Jets worldwide, wide. We won 3 games last year and witnessed the worst football our eyes have ever seen. AG's workload has increased, but hoping AG will get this right. Got it. Let's go, Jets.
Sarcasm a little bit?
A bit. It reminds me of the Christmas Vacation line, so Clark Griswold goes into the convenience store and says, hey, where is this place? And he's like, it's on the map. And he's like, well, I have the map here and I don't see it. And what's going on? And then he laid on sarcasm and he said, was that sarcastic? He's like, I laid it on pretty thick. So, yeah, the sarcasm pretty thick here from one Chef Kevin Gilbert. It doesn't sound like
what we're going to get. Chef. Yeah. I never know what we're going to get. One day he's hyper positive, and then like the next day he is kicking the Neds.
Yeah, it's tough out there. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say he's outside with the hose emptying the shitter.
That could have been another line from Christmas Vacation. That
I love that movie, by the way, dude.
I do. It's one of my. I watch it every year. Yeah,
it's
every
amazing.
year. It's on the must list. By the way, shout out to Khalil on Facebook saying sharing the gospel on Facebook. Appreciate you. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter are the live links. And like I said, it's also available wherever you get your podcast. By the way, we've recently surged over 8,700 subscribers. So thank you guys to the audience. We're less than 1,300 away from our goal of 10,000. Someone said this the other day, and Philium started this a couple months ago, that if you watch a show and you're like, Paul, I'm already subscribed, what more do you want me to do? Well, something you can do if you feel passionate enough about the show and you choose to do this. I just did this on Facebook and it worked for a couple of people. Some old friends on Facebook that I'm not normally on Facebook anymore. I DM'd and said, hey, I'm trying to get to 10,000. Could you subscribe? It's free to do. And they said, sure, Paul, I got you. Also, I saw a bunch of new subscribers. I'm like, oh, cool. Thanks, man. So some old friends. So feel free to reach out to family, friends, anything, and spread the gospel of all things Boy Green Daily. So I'd appreciate that out there in the audience. Chef
Phil.
Philium, he's the best. He doesn't call in often, but when he calls in, it's like, oh wow, Philium has called in, so they're special. And he's going to be in Tennessee. I've never met Philium before, so I can't wait for that.
Awesome, bro.
I'm so excited to meet Phil.
Yeah, that'll be cool. But
I'm so excited to see Boy Green.
That's true. It's been a couple months.
Saw him. I can wait.
Well, yeah, Rich has just seen me recently.
Yeah.
That's what real friends do. They make time for each other. But Chef Kevin Gilbert, I understand for you and a lot of you out there in the universe that you're going to need to see it to believe it. You saw it last season, and you did not like what you saw. So you need to see results before you drink the Kool-Aid, and I respect that. Hey, Jeff, that's your absolute right to do, my friend. It's your right to do.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's quickly get to the next point because I am just getting nauseated the more I'm looking at this bullet point. So let's go to the final bullet point. The final big question here is Boy Green is here with the Jets Worldwide crew. We are reacting to Rich Eisen's biggest questions for the New York Jets before training camp in the 2026 season. He's doing a new segment on the Rich Eisen Show. You guys can go listen to the clip. It's about a 10-minute clip on his YouTube channel, and he's doing it 4 downs, where he gives the 4 biggest questions for every team in the NFL. It's in reverse order, drafts or normal order, of the draft. So, the Jets had the number 2 overall pick with the second team that he discussed. So without further ado, boys, let's get to the final one of this.
Number 4.
This will be an interesting conversation. How patient will Woody Johnson be? And the conversation stemmed from a variety of things, including, does Woody Johnson pull the trigger if things are not going well with AG and fire him? Again, a lot of people have said that they could see a path to 0-4 for the Jets if they don't win week 1. Because they say, if you can't win week 1 against the Titans, how do you beat the Packers? How do you beat the Lions? How do you beat the Bears? How do you beat these teams? And if the Jets are 0-4, does Aaron Glenn get handed his head? Does he get, does he hit the guillotine so Woody Johnson tosses him out and we're on to the tank, I assume? So the question to the group from Rich Eisen, a big question, is how patient will Woody Johnson be? Will he let Aaron Glenn fight through? Robert Saleh, in that, again, he got multiple years, obviously, as a head coach, but in that final season of 2024, after week 5, heading into week 6, he got his pink slip, and it was over. And that was the first time Woody Johnson had ever fired a coach midseason. So we'll go around the room. We'll start off this time with you, Rich. How patient will Woody Johnson be?
Why did Robert Saleh get fired mid-season? Why?
Running his mouth, talking shit.
I think losing in the, foreign waters where Woody Johnson and his friends were was probably pretty embarrassing for Woody in that way. And after what had just happened in 2023, I'm sure was fresh on his mind. He told all his friends, "Oh no, we're going to be in the Super Bowl this year." And then, "Oh, just kidding, we're 5-12. So I'm sure he was pissed, and it was just all in his mind. So when that happened, that was like the final straw for him. He's like, "Dude, get out." That's what I think.
Yeah. And I you're exactly right. Aaron Glenn, I don't believe is the same dude as Robert Saleh. And for him to listen, he hung with him after an 0-7 start.
Yeah.
Right. Very easy. He could have done it again and been like, shit, this guy is dirt. Like, we should just get rid of him. So he stuck with him for the whole season. I believe, I don't know if this is accurate, but I think Woody said something like the one and done is not in the cards. Like, I have all confidence in bringing him back.
Yeah.
After this season, like, if we have a similar start, I don't think, what good does it do for the New York Jets? We'll talk about 2 scenarios, right? Firing midseason and then just axing him at the end of the season.
Yeah.
What good does it do to get rid of him mid-season? Like, if you start again 0-6, 0-7, right? Whatever, it makes no difference. You just ride the wave, and so patience on the mid-season firing, I say, is not in the cards at all. After the season,
or you do think it's in the cards? Like, he will be patient. He wouldn't fire him.
He's going to be patient. He's
I agree. Okay.
He's going to stick it out with Aaron Glenn throughout the entire season, regardless. They go 0-10. All right, he's keeping Aaron Glenn, no matter what. It doesn't matter.
And let me be specific. This because I didn't explain it, so shame on me. This patience conversation, because again, if you didn't listen to the full segment, you would know, is that this is about a potential in-season firing. If things were going south, would Woody Johnson let him figure it out, or would he just pull the trigger early? Like he just has it's an old Western. And he's hovering his hand over the gun. He's just like, as soon as you fuck up, buddy, you are fucking done. Is that what happens? Or is it like, again, to Snowball's point, like he's committed to the guy and he's just going to see this through for good or like good, hopefully, and it's just great and he would have no reason to do it, or it's just terrible and there's a lot of pressure to do it. So, okay, you believe patience will be shown here, again, during the season. We're not talking about after the season. We can get to that.
So we're not getting into that now.
Okay, yeah, so we'll get into that perhaps in a few minutes. But
the defense rests.
Yeah. Johnny boy, do you believe Woody Johnson will exude patience during the season. And if things go south for AG, and again, a common thing I've heard a million Jet fans say out in the audience, they can start 0-4. That is possible if they lose week 1. How the hell are they going to beat any of these other NFC North teams? And then if you're 0-4, does that make Woody go, oh, no, not again? They were 0-7 last year. They already start 0-4. Now what's going to happen? So do you believe Woody Johnson, the owner of the New York Jets, exudes patience with Aaron Glenn in the middle of the season? If things go south, he won't fire him, or that he will fire him? Your thoughts?
The Honorable Dr. Johnson has a lot of patience. Hey, I'm a dad, man. Dad jokes, baby. Look, how patient will Woody Johnson be? I think he believes in Aaron Glenn. I think he's seeing what's going on. I think there's a lot of stuff that we don't see right now because there's no.
Could you see him getting fired in the middle of the season if things are bad?
I do not.
And by the way, neither do I. I believe Woody a couple years ago, when he pulled the axe on Saleh, caught a lot of shit for not giving. Because again, if you're going to fire a guy after 5 weeks of the season, then clearly you didn't believe in him, and you should have fired him in the offseason a few months before. Now, you would have gotten crap for that too, but at least it's more understandable. Hey, man, I want to rip the Band-Aid off. I want to give someone else a chance with Aaron Rodgers. Clearly this didn't work, blah, blah, blah. He did not. So I think you should be all in or all out. You either should have fired him a few months before in the offseason, or you believed in him and you have to let him see it through, at least beyond week 5. In week 6, people forget this. The Jets were battling for first place in the AFC East on Monday Night Football against the Buffalo Bills. They had a shot, if they won that game, to be in first place. Woody Johnson fired Robert Saleh before he had that opportunity, which, by the way, Robert Saleh historically has been very good against Buffalo. So that was an unfortunate reality. The Jets played them close, but that's neither here nor there. I think Woody caught a lot of heat for firing Saleh in the middle of the season. He had never done it in history before of owning the team. And now it's 26 years. It wasn't 26 years at the time. I can't see it. And here's the thing. Let's be honest. Let's say they go in for it. I hope not. Please, for the love of everything that's holy, do not go 0-4. But if they do, wouldn't you want AG if he's effed and you're like, wow, he's not turning this around? Well, if he is the Lord Tank Commander of the Night Watch, then he's going to lead us to a top pick. And while that sucks, because I don't want to think of that reality, wouldn't you want AG to drive that ship right into that big fat glacier? And his departing gift as he sinks into the Pacific Ocean is to deliver a quarterback on a silver platter to the next regime that's taken over? I would assume yes. So I don't believe he gets fired. Now, if they're 0-10, 0-14, God, I hope this reality does not exist, but I saw the Adam Gates season in 2020. If somehow that transpires, maybe eventually reach a point. But I don't know. My gut just tells me Woody has a very strong relationship with AG that he did not have with Saleh. He did not hire Robert Saleh. His brother Christopher hired Robert Saleh. So, yeah, I don't see an in-season firing happening. I think he's going to be patient.
Or if he loses the locker room completely.
Well, right. So, yes, we have to leave the door open for the losing of the locker room and any scandalous behavior. If something is egregious, and again, a Mike Vrabel situation, something crazy like that, where there's terrible headlines and things of that nature, of course, I want to leave the door ajar. Thank you, Snowball, for bringing that up. That is possible that if something like that occurred, of course, losing the locker room, like all of a sudden the team no longer believes in him, which did not happen last year, according to Rich Eisen and others that report on the team, that didn't happen, that they still believe that he would save them, he would help them turn this around. Apparently, there's still a lot of belief in AG, and credit to AG for keeping the peace from that perspective. Yes, I will leave the door open for that. But beyond that, no, I don't believe. I believe patience will be exuded. Now, after the season, I think this is sort of obvious. I don't even know if this needs any further discussion, but if they have a 3-4-5 win season, Aaron Glenn is getting fired. I have zero doubts about that. Do any of you guys have doubts if he has 5 wins or fewer, or call it 6 wins or fewer, that he's fired automatically?
He is the shield that guards the realms of men. Yeah, you say Game of Thrones. I was going with you. The Night's Watch, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, thanks. So, anywho, if he has 6 wins or fewer, will he automatically be fired?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
100%. He's out.
My line in the sand is 7. I think if he wins 7 or more, it's difficult for me to understand that again, unless it's some fluky way they got to 7 wins. Like outside of that remote chance, I think if he wins 7 or more games, I think he is safe as safe can be, and he and Muji will be deciding who the franchise quarterback is of the Jets in 2027.
I think if you go into Woody Johnson's bathroom and you open up his gold-plated mirror in front of the sink, inside he has a picture of Aaron Glenn, and next to it it says 8 wins or more.
8 wins or more. Wow.
I think so. I think it says that.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting piece, but he has the money to make those custom pieces, I guess. So,
last year was bad. It was bad. And dude, Jake was out there putting it on AG, bro. Just
yeah.
And that these cats are hearing this stuff, dude.
Of course,
every single one Jets drive video that's dropping off, I'm hearing Jake's voice consistently.
Yeah,
bro.
they're
right?
using as he's got a huge following, a huge influence.
So,
I'm not surprised. Yeah,
it's that it's him hearing that shit every single night, having this question consistently asked: how patient will Woody Johnson be? Like, the narrative is from us. I hope that he doesn't listen and hears that shit out. Has he done that in the past? Probably not. I don't think so. But I'm on the same boat. Okay. For myself, I'm gonna be very on top of freaking Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn has to do better. He has to do better.
Yes.
And it should always be a winning season, no matter.
There you go. That's your bar. So that's so fair. And I can't believe this bothers Hop on Pop so much, but I love bringing it up. He says, blah, 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 Robert Johnson, Robert Saleh, Woody Johnson. None of that matters. The real point is, can you guys please stop talking about the ridiculous first place garbage they would have been 3-3? He's talking about the 2024 season where Robert Saleh and the Jets were set to face the Buffalo Bills on Monday Night Football and have an opportunity. If they had won that game, they would have been in first place. And Pop calls it ridiculous. Mr. Dallas Cowboys winning the NFC East all the time. I get that the division crown wouldn't have been handed to the Jets in week 6, but I won't lie. I would have lost my collective blank if the Jets beat the Bills and they were in first place after the first 6 weeks of the season. That's a place, quite frankly, the Jets have not been in often. So, Hop on Pop, you can get so annoyed. Only 3-3. It doesn't even really matter. Well, apparently it matters because it bothers you so friggin' much, pal. Like, good Lord. Like, that would have been an exciting result if they beat the Buffalo Bills, the team that has been the king of the AFC East in recent years. That would have been huge news. So, Hop on Pop, you can suck an egg, pal. So,
I can catch so much shit later.
Hell yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. Anywho, thanks everybody for tuning in. The show's not over, but I just want to thank everybody for tuning into the show. And I'll give this plug coming up here for the Jets Browns giveaway. I've been mentioning there's been a few raffle tickets given out today on the show with super chats and memberships. Thank you everybody out there in the audience. It's Boy Green, it's Woody. The Jets Worldwide crew is going to be at this awesome event. And here's what we're doing. Raffle tickets normally on my channel are $3 a piece. This month they're $25. It's much more expensive, but that's because the prizes are better than they ever have been. 2 tickets in section 118, 2 field access tickets where you get to watch the players warm up before the game, and 2 full tailgate passes, professionally catered food by Chef Kevin Gilbert, and non-alcoholic drinks. That is water and Gatorade. You can Venmo or PayPal me at BoyGreen25, BoyGreem25. Your first, last name, and your email. Send $25. That's a raffle ticket. We're drawing this winner on August 1st. So you have another 2 weeks here in the month of July to pile in your raffle tickets. You can cumulatively do it coming up on YouTube. So super chats and memberships, which people have done, or you can just Venmo or PayPal me or Zelle. It's my email, paulasdenjr@gmail.com, and just send it on through and you get raffle tickets. Every single raffle ticket that you guys earn is in the scrolling ticker. On a normal monthly raffle, I only show you guys the top 5. That's what happens. But in this month's raffle, I will show you every single winner. And I see that Pop has made a few comments here that I should highlight before he heads to church. He says, very brave from 1,000 miles away, moron. And here's the thing that people need to realize. I have already pried the torch from his dead cold fingers. I'm the supreme Paul Esden now, baby. And he knows it. And if he doesn't, he can bend the knee. I think he fully understands that.
I'm so happy that I'm so happy that I won't be at the Cloverleaf to witness the murder.
There you go. Hop on Bob says, off to church, I'll pray for you, BG. Apparently you will need it. Oh, wow. Okay. Ew. Blessed be he.
Hey,
anyway.
BG, real quick, I wanted to say, with everything that you got going on, myself and Snowball are extremely proud of you, bro. Like,
thanks.
Seeing where you've taken this show,
yes, sir,
and it continues to keep going there, and then you're getting a other fan base, which, you know, with all due respect, but no respect given to them at all.
Sure,
right. Fuck the Bills.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. And I also wanted to shout out a lot of the diehard Boy Green Daily people that, you know, come on here every single day, are here with, you know, Jets for Wise takeover. You know, just guys, if I forget names, please do not like get pissed off at me. But at the same time, it is what it is, because, you know, but like, you know, you got Badshaw, you got you know, Florida Phil, Cisco that I'm seeing consistently now. Our favorite heel, because he plays a part so damn well. Yo, Holmes, you know, NC Green, you know, NY Jets fandom, Jared B,
sure,
Jet 71,
Easy,
Easy,
Carl,
you know, Carl, Hep, Bill, you know, David,
Chef Kevin Gilbert,
Chef Mark Sicchetti, that rhymes with
MFC,
you know, MFC. I mean, just
number one Austrian Jets fan.
All of you guys, Peg and Artie,
JR327.
Keep it going, baby.
Mahar Khalil.
Let's do it.
Ed Vargas, T-Town Jet, Chubb for Club, the Big Fella, NC Green, Derek the Kansas Jet fan,
Stack,
William, Lou B, Danger
Lou
Zone,
Ricky,
Party with Peg and Artie, Jake Asman, Ron Weiss, DMY for Life, John LG, Ace of Spade, Gator McCluskey, Brian Nicoloy, Damian Miller, Rob Daniels, Nick Shine, Ricky New York Live, Cisco, Izzy Jet 732, all you guys.
Yeah, it's dope to see the community you've built, BG. And regardless of what time you choose, and the reason I'm saying all of this,
I see we have some questions in there that I'll address.
They're gonna be there with you no matter what, bro. And
thank you.
What you've built, man, you should applaud yourself and everything like that. You know, so it's amazing, and it is dope, man. Congrats to you, BG. It's well deserved.
Well, thank you. If I'm gonna applaud myself, well then pat on the back there. Thank you. Very, in all seriousness, very nice words, Johnny Boy. Thank you. And for those who missed it, and I see there's a few follow-up questions about it. Long story short, I've been indirectly hired by the Buffalo Bills, and I know. Yes. Boo them too. But I've been indirectly hired by the Buffalo Bills through my radio station. They do a television show called One Bills Live that they've hired me to be their producer for, an off-air role with some occasional on-air moments, potentially. It's in the negotiations of what's going to be cooking there. That's a new job that's Monday through Friday.
They stole that title.
Yeah, they definitely
One Jets Drive and One Bills Live.
Yeah, see, that there should be some copyright infringement happening from the Jets. And this show is Monday through Friday, 10 to 12. This job starts in August, and this is an all-year-long job. My baseball job through the radio station is seasonal, naturally. It only goes away during the winter, which means I hadn't traveled to the radio station last year after my radio show stopped. So this is a new opportunity to bring more money in for my family, which is great. However, because of when they want me at the radio station and when Boy Green Daily has been forever at 7:30, it would have made the shows incredibly tight. So people have been asking what's going to happen with the show, where's it going, all these things. I will tell you that the show is happening no matter what, so no one has anything to worry about that. But I saw there's a couple of follow-up questions here, and if I was smart, I would have starred them instead of losing them in the track of everything that was going on. But
hey, when he's over there as the secret agent that he's going to be over there, the song that kept popping up on my brain today, right now at this current moment, was Secret Agent Man. And he's freaking, like he's fucking going as fast as he can to get to work on time and shit like that. You know, God fucking help this man when he's driving. Lou B knows what I'm talking about.
Are you in the Bills facility?
No. So thank you for asking. That's another good question. People have asked that already. So I'm staying at my radio station. It's an affiliate remote job. So I'm getting in all this radio jargon. It's simulcast. So the show is simulcast over here. There's a chance that I'm screening calls. So there could be people in Syracuse that are Buffalo Bills fans. They're listening to the show on our radio station. Say, "Ooh, I want to call in." And they call in. And Paul, "Hey, this is Paul Esden Jr. Boy Green, score 1260. What's your name? Where are you calling from?" "All right. We'll get you on hold, get you on the show soon." "All right." Boop. And maybe there's some of that.
Answer the phone like that. Answer the phone like that, please.
I will.
Please do that.
And so there's a chance for that. And then One Bills Live will say, "All right, let's go to Tom in Syracuse, Tom." Or people can listen online or whatever. And so there is that part of the job. But no, it's remote in Syracuse. It's from the same radio studio I've been working at for 11 years. So that part's great, but it's remote. It is an in-person job. But I see all these questions. So real quick, then we'll get to the phone lines. Cisco Lopez, did we vote on the start time? A lot of people have voted. There's currently a YouTube poll that is going to be up for a long time. On Discord, there's a poll that's in the Discord that will be up for a week. So I'm gauging as much as possible. I want to make sure I give enough people a heads up so I don't just suddenly just drop this time. But the leading vote getter right now across all the portals, YouTube, Discord, all these different places, is that the show moves from 7:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. And initially, I was gauging you guys because this is a weekday job, because there's another question that's coming up here in a second. But this is a weekday job, Monday through Friday, which means technically Boy Green Daily could remain at 7:30 during the weekends and then be a different time during the weekdays. But I think that'd be incredibly confusing. So whatever we decide on, it's going to be a blanket wash. Everything will be this. The leading vote getter right now is 7 a.m. So the show normally is started at 7:30 a.m. The leading vote getter is starting in August. This show permanently across the 7 days would now start at 7 a.m. permanently moving forward until the Buffalo Bills fired me or something new, better came up or something. This would be 7 a.m. moving forward permanently. That would be the first change at potential. So you guys could keep voting and maybe the votes switch. Maybe all of you jump on a different time. But right now, the leading vote getter across all the different portals, add it all up together, is start the show at 7. And then the show will be at least an hour. And then depending on weather situation, sometimes it could just be an hour, maybe be an hour 15, maybe an hour 20. We'll see sort of what happens with the travel guide. So yes, that is the latest information. Mark Cicchetti asked, BG, will your new job affect your ability to go to games? So sort of like I imagine anyone gets a new job, if you have pre-committed things, they're going to work around your schedule. So that was part of the negotiation. So Titans game is still happening. I'm flying out on a Friday and flying back on a Monday. So I will be unavailable for those Bills outings. So there's a few things like that. There's our Browns game. I was coming up on a Friday or Saturday, so whatever. So all my pre-committed. So long story short, no. I only normally go to like one game a year, but this year I'm going to 2 or 3 games. So yes. So there should be plenty of opportunity.
Dude, BG, I can't wait for you to give like false information. Oh my God, Geno Smith is not playing on Sunday to the whole Bills when you got to play them, and then you see good old number 7, baby, running down the tunnel.
Yeah, I'll trick him. Yeah,
like Keanu Reeves from The Replacement, right? Coming in with his hair all, bro. That's what I saw when I saw freaking Kate Klubnik when he had the number 10 on. And
there was some aura, vibe, swagger, energy, all the new kid terms they're using of him running out. You're like, man, the 10 looks great. I'm a jersey number sort of like I don't even know what the word is. I'm sure all these hip young kids would come up with, but there's just a vibe, I guess, of like if a quarterback wears or any player on the team wears a stupid number, it's just like, come on, man. Like, for instance, David Bowie's 31. It feels very weird, but that is him. So, like, it's less weird, but still weird. So, like, seeing him out there is sort of bizarre because I love the 99s. There's a few great pass rush numbers, 56 of Lawrence Taylor and a few other ones have, like, really awesome numbers. But 10 is just a fun. And on the Jets, we're always going to remember Chad Pennington. That's just a phenomenal quarterback number. And he's got the hair and he's got sort of this moxie about him where he said in his first media press conference when the media was there in person, he says, "I'm a winner, baby." And they were like, "Ooh, okay, all right." Like that he belongs in the league. That was also featured in Rich Media story this morning. So
Mhm.
yes. So long story short, Mark Spaghetti, no, it will not affect my ability to go to games. I don't go to every. Hopefully, one day in the future, that'd be cool. Maybe when I'm retired, I'll be a season ticket holder. I'd love to go to every game, and that'd be the coolest thing. Get to party with you guys all the time. That'd be awesome. But that reality does not exist now with all my job commitments. It's not possible to, and money wise, it's not possible to be a season ticket holder. But hopefully in the future, that'd be cool. But no, it will not affect it. So again, the lean right now is 7 a.m. You guys can continue to vote. If you're part of our Discord, you can vote. That poll is up for the next week where you guys give your suggestions on what should happen with the show. On YouTube, there's a poll that will be up in perpetuity, so feel free to vote any way you'd like, and that's all good. Anything else you guys want to get into here before we go to the fans?
I mean, I think Phil just gave Phil gave a good super chat.
Okay, well, I'm just catching up here, so let me scroll back down. Bob Barker, Paul B. or Bill's mold. Now, I did go to Bill's training camp last year, by the way, as well as a secret agent. I was wearing a green polo. I was the only guy wearing green there, so I don't know how subtle I was. It wasn't a Jets polo, but
so you wear a green polo to that, but when you're freaking going into the inner freaking circle, right? You're gonna want to wear the Patriot colors, bro.
The reason why I asked if you went to the Bills facility is because I wanted to know if they would give you like a custodian's uniform, and that way you could grab the mop and kind of make your way into like the offensive coordinator's office and pretend you're emptying out the trash can and be like, that was that playbook, and start taking a bunch of pictures on your phone, be able to pass that off to, good old AG.
All right, here it is. Here's the full screen. This is from Bill's training camp last year. There I am. There's Boy Green in front of the Bills press conference thing. That's me in my hat, my green polo, and I just randomly ran up to the podium. I don't think I'm allowed to do this, but I went up to the podium and just sat there, and the old man child took a picture. There you go.
Well, I hope you enjoyed your job with the Buffalo Bills organization after showing that picture.
Yeah.
It's been nice.
Yikes. Don't think I was supposed to show that, but that's neither here nor there. So there you have it. Anywho, we've got a super chat here on the program. Let's go to Philium, FL Phil 98. It's always great to hear from him. Hit it.
Wow.
Let me see. I believe this is FL Phil's. Okay, so that is $10 committed so far this month. You're $15 away from a raffle ticket, Philium. Shout out. I've made several real friends as a result of Boy Green Daily. I look forward to making some more. Thank you, Boy Green. Love you, Johnny. I will say this is one of the coolest, most unexpected things that's come from the show. And it hit me at Gangrene Beach Club as I was sitting there with Chef Kevin Gilbert, his wife, Snowball's wife, his daughter, Nina. It was great to meet her. My family was all there. There was something special that these people, of all of us, that have randomly met because of our commonality of the Jets, and that we'd decide to all go out to dinner together, hang out together. And I don't even know how much Jets we talked. There was more family stuff and all kinds of things. And that's been the super cool part of meeting people on the internet. And normally that could, I could end up in the back of a van with candy if that happens. But in this world, we all meet each other. We have genuine relationships, friendships. Lou B, Johnny Boy, so many people out in the audience. I'm going to miss people. The tailgates are so cool. And, our families are growing closer too. So, yeah, it's awesome, William. So thank you for saying that. I hope, and that's a cool thing for me. So I've met a lot of you guys, and I've become friends with a lot of you guys. But another cool part to me is seeing you guys all connect. Like it was Badshaw, Philium. I'm trying to think of everybody who was there. I'm going to admit Philly Noodles. There's like 3 or 4 or 5 of them that all went down. Badshaw was there. His wife was there, Laura. A bunch of them went to Nashville. Nothing to do with me. Outside of that's how they knew each other is from the show, and they just all met up and had dinner and went out. I'm like, damn, that's so freaking cool, man. That this sort of birthed all these cool relationships and friendships and things of that nature. So that's awesome.
Like the Jets matchmaker.
Apparently, yeah.
I thought it was special enough for you at the hotel when we were there, but obviously it was not. So
I'm not sure I follow.
It's cool. It just broke my heart into 2 pieces.
There you go. Philium, appreciate the super chat, buddy. Again, before the end of the month, $10, or excuse me, let me make sure I get my math right. $15 more, and you'll have a raffle ticket to the Jets-Browns game.
Love Phil, man. Love Phil.
There you go.
Got a lot of love for you, Phil. Phil's my dude.
Philium's a man. Williams, man. I love that. All right, let's do this. Let's open up the phone lines. You guys can call into the show. Feel free to do so. That's about to be the pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25. We have 200 plus people in the room. Appreciate it. Like the video here on YouTube and hit subscribe. Let's go. We'll be back after this.
1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. Johnny Boy, Rich, and Boy Green, a big happy family all together. The family's about to expand because the phone lines are open. That's a pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25. Before we go to those phone lines, I see we have a beautiful super chat out there from the audience. So let's dive on in.
Can't wait.
There we go. There you go. A beautiful username. Let me in 22100. Beautiful. Should I let him?
Wow.
Getting some Bray Wyatt vibes here. Let me in. Boom. And for wrestling fans that don't understand that just sounded incredibly creepy. Anywho, let's get into it here. Let me in 22100. Appreciate
Rest in
it.
peace. Rest in peace.
Of course, yeah, he's one of the goats. I love Bray Wyatt, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. And let me in 22100 before I read your super chat. You're $15 away from a raffle ticket. Raffle ticket's $25 per raffle ticket this month. So again, you got the rest of the month to send that in if you choose to do so. Good morning, guys. Wild prediction, but Lamar Jackson will be the Jets quarterback next season. If he doesn't get a new deal done with the Ravens, we have picks and cap space to get it done. Lamar seems to like New York City. Your thoughts, guys? I have thought about the veteran market because Johnny Boy's brought this up. We did a show on this a while back. I think Rich talked about it too, about Baker Mayfield and that possibility. If he does not get a new deal from Tampa Bay before training camp starts officially, which is here in a few days, he's cutting off communications and will not talk to them until after the season. At that point, depending on what kind of year he has, the Bucs could use the franchise tag. They could let him go. I don't know what their cap space situation is off the top of my head, but Lamar is another interesting one. So let's go Lamar here. I'm not opposed to, and I've thought about this because why wouldn't I as I'm driving home, about what veteran, like in a perfect world, we somehow, thanks to the Colts, have the number 1 overall pick and the Jets identify whoever the best quarterback is of the group, Arch Manning, Dante Moore, whoever the guy is, and CJ Carr, and boom, that's our guy. And he's our franchise quarterback for the next 20 years. That's the perfect world scenario. If that doesn't happen, I've thought about, like, what if Joe Burrow and the Bengals have another terrible, like the defense just sucks, and Joe Burrow's like, you know what? I've had enough. I want out. And the Jets are like, oh, multiple first-round picks. Here we go. And I'm like, yeah, Joe Burrow, that'd be freaking sweet. And now Lamar Jackson. So let's go around the horn here. Would you guys have interest in Lamar Jackson? He was available a couple years ago. All the Jets would have had to do is give up 2 first-round picks and a massive contract, of course, and they would have had to poison pill it a little bit to prevent the Ravens from accepting, because it was the non-exclusive franchise tag, which was also on Breece Hall this year, where a team could negotiate with Breece Hall or Lamar Jackson. In that case, get him to sign a deal. If the Ravens did not match, the Jets would have owed the Ravens 2 first-round picks. The Jets did not attempt to do that, and no team did, and he ultimately stayed with the Ravens. Do you guys have any interest in Lamar Jackson? What do you make of this wild prediction? Johnny Boy?
Yes, he's always being talked in the conversation about potentially winning the MVP of the entire league.
He's won it twice. He should have won it 3 times.
Yeah, so I would love for that to happen. Also, the Baker Mayfield conversation that you brought up. Yo, I love Baker Mayfield, bro.
Yeah.
That dude is. If you guys have not watched the quarterback series
I've not seen it yet.
on Netflix, guys, go check it out.
Okay.
It makes you like him even more. It makes you even like Joe Flacco, bro. I've never heard Joe Flacco curse. Okay, this
And I don't
man
think I have
is
either.
cursing consistently, bro. And I'm
Oh,
like,
really?
yo,
Oh,
this is
okay.
why he's called Joe Cool. So Lamar Jackson, very simple answer for me. Yes, it would.
Yes.
I'm all about it. Let me in. 22
Cool.
100.
Let's let Lamar Jackson in. Yeah, I would say it must have been, I can't remember if it was a year ago or 2 years ago or something. Whenever there's Lamar Jackson, he could be available and requested a trade from the Ravens. I brought it up on the show, like, as an idea, because not like I was the only one, like a lot of people did, but just to talk about it, brought it up on the show. And I got a lot of like heat from fans going, no way, I'm not interested, too injured. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me, man? Look at the Jets quarterbacks. You're passing on Lamar Jackson, like, that's nuts. So I thought, of course, like, he's a freak, he's dynamic, you have to build an offense around him, but he's spectacular, we've never had one MVP, let alone a guy that's been a 2-time MVP, and again, should have been a 3-time MVP, Josh Allen, for that year, but that's neither here nor there. But I'd be all over like Lamar Jackson. That'd be cool. I'd be all for it. Picks. We have the opportunity to do whatever the hell we want. If a franchise quarterback comes available like Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, or anyone, Baker Mayfield's a different example because he's set to be a free agent. But if some quarterback is disgruntled becomes available, we are in a position, unlike any other team in the league, to make an aggressive move, and we have the assets to do so. If we just take our quarterback in the draft, we have the assets to do so. So I like that the Jets have optionality. They can do whatever the situation presents because who knows what's going to happen. Snowball, do you have interest in LJ?
Compared to what we've had in the past, I mean, you have to be an idiot not to take him.
Exactly.
Right. But here's the thing. We always talk about being on the wrong side of 30, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And with the quarterback, I understand that they're protected now and it's not as brutal a sport as it used to be.
Right.
The thing is that I think this year you would have to see what he does, new coach, probably like I'm not 100% in. Let me in. I'm not 100% in, but here's the dream, right? The dream for me and has always been with the New York Jets is to actually develop one of our own and not take off the scrap heap, right? Like,
yeah.
And I'm not saying Lamar Jackson is scraps, right? By no means is he scraps. He's just another restaurant, right? Like, it's just, I'm just saying it the way it is. Yes, let me in. I take him, but again, my heart says draft a quarterback and develop the person who's going to be a franchise quarterback for the years to come. That's
my Snowball. That's my preferred path. I want us to get who is our guy. He's ours. He's not someone else's. He's ours. Like, again, I get Lamar, again, 2-time MVP, Joe Burrow, a spectacular quarterback that's been to the Super Bowl. Like, that's cool. And that'd be awesome. Like, I have not seen a quarterback like that in ever. So that sounds cool. And
he's so specialized. That's the other thing.
That is true. Right.
He's such a special weapon, right?
Yeah.
You have to change your entire way of thinking.
Which, by the way, I'd be willing to do because the way we've been doing it has sucked. So if that's what it requires, then so be it.
Well, we thought we had a running quarterback, and then we found out what fucking happened. What freaking happened with that?
Whoa, hey. Whoa, look at Rich. Put that in the old swear jar. Cha-ching.
Execute Order 66.
Excellent. So let me in. Fascinating conversation. Thanks for bringing it to the table. I'm intrigued, of course. You'd be nuts not to be intrigued about the possibility. And again, with his contract situation, he's in no rush. He's his own agent, so that's another complicated layer to this. But it behooves Lamar Jackson to wait. C.J. Stroud is contract eligible. Bryce Young is contract eligible. Neither of those quarterbacks are in the same category. But the market just moves. You want as many guys getting paid as possible. That's just more good news for you, whether they're on your level or not. Baker Mayfield's another example. If he gets paid top 5 money, you're Lamar Jackson. You're like, oh, phenomenal news. Great. I would 10 times more than him. So, like, it's just sort of how the market works. So, great question. Let me in. And thanks for joining the conversation. I love it. Great stuff there.
Executes Order 66.
All right, let's execute order, answer the phone line since I've had them open for a few minutes. Let's get to it. We started the show with this guy, And I don't know how he has time for us because he's just talking to Jets legends every 5 seconds, but let's bring him in. Nick Shine from the Nick Shine Show, who's going to be having Wayne Corbett, who, again, is a close personal dear friend of mine, as this photo clearly indicates. So Wayne Corbett, Mr. Third Down, is joining Nick Shine tonight on the Nick Shine Show. Talked about it at the beginning of the show. 7 o'clock tonight on the Nick Shine Show. That's exactly where to see it. And let's bring him in. Let's bring him into the Quattro box here. It is Nick Shine from the famous Nick Shine Show. Nick Shine?
It's properly named. Good morning, gentlemen. How are we?
Quite. We're doing great. How are you, man? You're hours countdown away from speaking once again to Wayne Corbett, who I saw you were, rubbing a lot of elbows with down there at the Gangrene Beach Club.
Yeah, it was a remarkable day. It's gonna be the longest day of my life. I'm not gonna lie. I've been up for a little bit, and now I'm like, all right, now I'm clock watching. I keep looking at it, and I just can't wait for 7 o'clock tonight. Do you mind if I chime in on Lamar real quick? And I will classify as being nuts.
Or let me in.
Okay. Because
wrong super.
I have been very adamant I would never take Lamar because a couple years ago he had the number 1 rushing attack. He had the number 1 kicker. He had the number 1 scoring defense. He had the number 1 turnover defense. He had a Super Bowl winning coach, and he still couldn't get to a Super Bowl. So I just think he's the peak of mediocrity. He's a Josh Allen. They do great in September and October. They put 5 touchdown games up against the Jets or the Dolphins. And then when it matters, they can't get over the hurdle against the elite quarterbacks. I think they're statistical compilers. And when it comes time to make the clutch throws, neither one of them really do it when it matters. So, either one of those guys, I think they're great fantasy football quarterbacks, but they're not winning championships. And there's a reason for it. I don't want to be middle of the pack, top of the average teams. I want to be the best team. I'd rather take a chance on a guy that we can build than go spend $65 million a year to barely make the playoffs or get knocked out in the first round.
So let me in. Change the name to Let Me Out. Nick Shine, not a fan of the Lamar Jackson blockbuster move. No.
You know how you beat Lamar? You make him throw from the pocket. And now that he's getting past 30, he's going to have to throw from the pocket more, right? Because obviously his running is going to regress. But you beat Lamar. You say take his legs away, make him beat you from the pocket. And he's going to have to do that more and more. Could he have a Michael Vick with Andy Reid progression later in his career, a Randall Cunningham with the Vikings progression? Maybe, but I'm not paying $60 million a year or more to find out.
Man, I would say initially, and it starts all the way back to his draft with Bill Polian saying he should flip over to running back or wide receiver. And now everything that he's turned into, that Bill Polian continues to get dunked on for that. I think he's shown to me, and there were some quotes in Jeremy Fowler's top 10 quarterback piece of people talking about how his evolution as a passer has been, just very impressive of what he's been. Again, is he Joe Burrow or anybody else in the pocket? No, but when you combine everything together, it's tantalizing. And again, we're different because we're so quarterback starved. So like Lamar's awesome to anyone, but to us, it's like a higher level of awesome because of where we've been, the waters we've been swimming in versus the waters that we think and believe that are beyond our reach of what Lamar Jackson potentially could be. That's the intrigue.
To do a reference that Johnny Boy will approve of, we're like the guy at the bar who's a 4. And it's closing time, and the 3 is looking at you, and you're like, "Oh, this could be interesting." No, I want the 10.
Okay, all right. Well, a 10 tonight.
I differ on that because I'm taking anything at the end of the night, baby.
He's taking 2 threes home and saying it was a 6.
Exactly.
That math works, but if we are talking about a 10, you could say this Wayne Corbett guy is a 10, who you're going to have later tonight on the next Side Show tonight at 7 o'clock. So, Nick, I don't know. I'm sure you've shared a lot of it on air, but I don't know if everything has been shared on air that you were talking a lot with Wayne. Like, what's the number one question you want to ask Wayne? Because I'm sure you asked him a lot of questions when you guys were together at the Gangrene Beach Club. So, like, there's a lot of stuff you could ask about his career and things he's been doing since, and podcasts and Jets X Factor. He's been doing a lot of cool stuff. But what's your number one question you want to ask tonight?
He asked me that twice, and Rich was with me the other day.
What do you mean he asked you that tonight?
The other day. So, you might not even know of this.
Okay.
Sunday, Rich and I were outside having a cigar in the morning. Jake comes outside and is like, my uncle wants to leave around 1. We're going to play a little bit before we leave. And for an hour with the cigar, I'm looking at him like, I'm not playing. I'm done. Jake comes out and Jake's like, I'm going to go play for a bit. And then as we're walking in, I look at I go, all right, I'm going. So we go over to the table and then we're playing for a bit with Jake, his friend Amanda, his brother, his uncle. And then all of a sudden, Wayne Corbett shows up at the table Sunday morning and he sits down. And we're having a great time. We're talking, and we're ball busting one another. And Jake had to leave, and Wayne looks at me and goes, "Are you going to stay?" I go, "Yeah, I'll stay." He goes, "That's just because you want me to do your show." I look at him, I go, "Sir, I'm a degenerate gambler. This story has nothing to do with you. Get over yourself." Yeah. So, like, it was just a great rapport and a great conversation, a lot of ball busting. Like, he's elbowing me and like shaking me, and I'm throwing money on his pile. I'm like, pick your bet up, dude. You played in the NFL. What are you doing? Like, but when he said, you want me to do the show, I never mentioned the show. I'm like, this is just a guy at a blackjack table having a good time, before he heads home. So it comes down to the end and he's like, how much money do you have left? I got 150. He's like, what'd you start with? I'm like, 3. He goes, here, take this. I'm like, I'm not taking your money. Stop. Like, I'm scolding Wayne Corbett. Rich, am I doing this?
This is fair. This is
so
true.
And I just go, all right, you want to here. Let's do this. I take his pile, which probably had like 2 something in it, put on my pile 150. We put it in for one hand and we hit. And I'm like, all right, now you good? I'm like, we can go. So he's rolling the suitcase through the casino and we're walking past people and he shoulder chucks me for no reason out of the blue and sends me flying like almost into a slot machine. Now I'm yelling at Wayne Corbett in the casino. I go, what was that for? He's like, I guess I'll do the show now. I'm like, you were doing the show anyway. That was completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
So like just the rapport that we have is great. We cash out, we step to the side and you figure you're going to say goodbye. And Rich and I talked to him just about everything, kids, life, work, mental health, physical health, everything for about 50 minutes.
Wow.
And then when he said he's doing the show, he asked me a couple times. He's like, what's your first question? I go, I don't do that. He's like, what do you mean? I go, this is the show. This is why it'll be different. It's the conversation. And we're just going to be 2 guys talking in front of other people. And we get downstairs and he asked me again. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I would ask you about hitting Strahan in the preseason game. Like one of the coolest things, because we never get anything a 1-up on the Giants. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you decleating Strahan might be something like that I would probably talk to first. And he's like, he was the best man in my wedding. I was unaware of that. I didn't know Michael Strahan was Wayne Corbett's best man. Yeah. Wow. So he told us that story, and he told us about how
that's
Strahan
a good story for
like,
tonight, by the way. Make sure he retells that story. That sounds fascinating.
Yeah. It'll be good. But yeah, I've had Wesley on, Connie Carver, Ken O'Brien, but you've had a quick pre-interview discussion conversation with them, right? But I've never had the rapport that I'm going to have coming on tonight. So I hope that comes out. And that's, the really cool part of it is that there is already that connection and that bond, I guess you could say,
Well, to me, that's, and I'll just speak as a fan here of listening to other people's shows and interviews. When I could tell that there is some sort of chemistry, there's some sort of history, there's something, whether there is or not, like, and maybe that's good on the host that he can make it seem like, very subtly that there just seems to be some juice here, even if they've never met or have never done anything together. But knowing now that there's all these cool stories makes it even more intriguing. That's the part that excites me. And that's the part, as I'm watching as a fan of an interview, that just makes it feel better than just Q&A. Hello, here's question 2 that I pre-planned that I was going to ask you. Here is answer. Okay, let's move to question 3. And there's no back and forth. There's no follow-ups. There's not just like the organicness of an interview. That part's the thing that's exciting for me tonight for your show.
Yeah. And I said to him, I was like, listen, everyone is a big fan of you. They know your favorite teammate. They know your favorite moment. You've been asked all the football questions. And we're going to talk tonight around 6:00 before the show. And one thing I'm going to say to him is like, how are you okay with how I balance this? Of course, we're going to talk football, but are you okay with like just natural conversation like we were doing the other day, or do you just want to keep it to football? Like I'm going to give him that option, because I don't want to surprise him on air or do anything that, or just if it was private conversation, cool, private conversation.
Which is the proper thing, by the way. You're doing
Yeah.
the right things, and interviewers that are listening to the show right now, making sure you don't want to like shell shock people and try to drop them and get them in an uncomfortable situation. That's not, the person didn't agree to the interview for that, but so it's good to be very open. If they want questions ahead or a conversation, just sort of a heads up if anything's coming. That's a very fair thing to do as an interviewer. So no, good on you for setting that up ahead of time.
Ask him to show the drawings. Show the drawings.
Yeah, yeah. He's
as an art teacher, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, him and Rich were having a good conversation. Wayne's a drawer, and when it came up that he teaches art, they had a nice conversation too.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was really remarkable. And there were times where we're talking, and like Wayne had to like turn or do something, and I'm looking at Rich going, "Oh my god!" Like I was like out of my skin, and then Wayne would turn around, and I'd be like back to Joe Cool, like, "Hey, really? Okay." But there's so many moments that something that not just Wayne, but a lot of people are on, like building memories. And if I never had him on the show, Rich and I have that hour and 15 total, because by the time we went down to valet and he left, we have those memories. And if I never got to talk to Wayne Corbett again, it would be something that I would always treasure. And the fact that I get to build upon that now is even cooler, man. It really is.
Well, cool. Well, it's awesome that you have this friendship here, man. Again, tonight, the Nick Shine Show. So if you guys are not subscribed, make sure you are. July 19th, which, of course, is today at 7 o'clock tonight on the Nick Shine Show. Johnny Boy, you have a follow-up? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to give Nick his flowers because, Nick has been grinding on his show for a while. He's
Petunias? Daisies,
he's constantly been trying to
peonies
essentially evolve the show, and I feel like Nick is getting in his in his style, and
there's a rhythm here,
and it is really like just getting him up there. And Nick, if anybody, you deserve it, bro. Like your grind on this, dude. I remember, when Gio was about to be 4, if you could imagine that. And I remember, bro, the show at like 11 o'clock, 11:30, and he was rocking that late on there. We're talking Jets. It was all Jets. It's always been Jets. And to see where you're at now that you have Wayne Corbett and be able to share that special moment with him and with Snowball together there, like these are things that for us, it's like, fuck, it's one of us. Like, it's one of us doing this, right? And Nick, you deserve it, man. Like the way you're taking your show.
Thank you.
Bro, you deserve the flowers, dude. And I can't wait to see you in Nashville. We all 4 of us are going to be there. It is going to be
the Wolf Pack.
It's Jets, Jets. I love Fireman Ed too.
Awesome, man.
As do I, Chucky. We met Fireman Ed too at Gangrene Beach Club.
That's right.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, great.
Yeah, Nick, I think you made the right life choices, and that's just blossoming. It's the proof that change makes good in life. And you took that change, made the good, and just now it's just steamrolling. So good for you.
Thank you. It's something I tell, I help a lot of people who want to get sober as well. And something I always tell them is that, make good decisions, good things happen. Yeah. And, you always say that to people, but it's really blossoming, to use the flower reference, Johnny, in real time. And I'm very blessed and I'm very grateful for all these opportunities. And I hope everyone, tunes in tonight and enjoys it. So.
Well, Nick, I just want to say congratulations. I'm glad you still remember us little people now that you're hanging out with Wayne Corbett and all these other Jet superstars. So appreciate it. Again, my name's Paul Esden is how it's pronounced, just in case you
Esden?
forgot.
Okay.
And yep. Appreciate you making some time here on
you know
the
what?
show.
You've been so kind. Let me resave you as the contact because I was deleting it now that I'm so big. Let me resave you.
I saw it said random Jets guy on there. Yeah. I appreciate the clarity on that. Thank you.
High energy fella is what it was. It was high energy fella was the contact.
Let's keep that. Let's keep that.
You like that?
All right. It's got a nice ring to it. So Nick, congrats and good luck tonight. And the countdown continues for you. Try to find some stuff to do throughout the rest of the day to build you up to it.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch. I ordered a Wayne Corbett autograph photo. I got to add him, Ken O'Brien. I'm going to make some changes to the wall back here.
Cool. Nice.
But to go out with the conversation that I was coming in with, again, thank you, everyone. The Nick Shine Show tonight, 7 o'clock. Paul, are you ready to remove me? Because I'm going to do something, and you got to remove me right as I do this, right?
Okay. All right.
Ready?
I'm hovering over it. Okay.
We're here.
Hey, very on brand. Shout out. There you go. Let me in. There you go. Good work. Good work. So shout out to Nick Shine. That's awesome. And again, getting Wayne is terrific. And you guys had some cool, great stories with Wayne. That's awesome.
Nick's a huge Jets and Knicks fan. I mean, it's amazing.
All right, that's enough. All right, let's go. We got Chef. Chef Kevin Gilbert's a Knicks guy too. Get him the hell out of here.
Oh, more abuse.
Damn it! All these Knicks fans. All right, fine. Bring him back in. All right, we got Chef Kevin Gilbert.
Baby, in 5.
Is Pop
he's been everywhere. You've been seeing this, Chef? Like the Knicks, bro, are everywhere right now. Yo, you had Cat last night with Danhausen, and he like unleashed the new finishing move, which was the Knicks in 5 as a finisher. I was so hyped when I saw that. Yeah. It was amazing. Yeah. It was great.
All right.
BG got off his seat when he saw that.
He definitely did.
Yeah. That's
you have the power.
Yeah. Anywho, Chef, I was going to say, what the hell do you want? But I want to be more respectful. You're at the Cloverleaf Tavern. You're Chef, for God's sake. Chef,
right
what's up, man?
I mean, Brunson with the OTC holding up the damn
the Knicks
trophy,
custom championship
like,
in the NBA Finals. Yeah, that was cool.
No, he had the trophy.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was they were holding each other's championships.
It was,
it was
fucking amazing.
Anywho, yeah.
I want that shirt. OTC 11. Let's go, man.
So what's on your mind, Chef?
You know me, man. I'm a Wednesday guy, man.
Yeah. So this is refreshing. Yeah.
It's I don't know where the confusion came in with my super chat, because it's you guys were saying that I was changing, almost like I'm flip flopping.
Well, that's what Snowball accused you of. I just want to make that very clear.
I'm at 5 wins, man. What are you talking about? Flip flopping?
No. You've been very positive about AG.
I'm one of the
stuff
most consistent people when it comes to takes and standing on. I'm at 5 wins. What?
Yes, your vibe.
What?
I heard that, Chef. You said that to Court Sports. I saw your interview with her. She was asking expectations. Shout out to Court Sports. She was interviewing people at the Gangrene Beach Club. She asked you, what were your expectations this year? You said 5, but I hope I'm wrong. But at 5, you were, that's what I heard.
Nah, you talking about Richie.
Oh, Richie. Oh, shit. Sorry, Court Sports. You were interviewing people too. Richie is the one who asked you that question. So sorry, Court Sports. You're awesome, though. But Snowball, you called out Chef here for being a flip-flopping, pancake-eating mother.
I can't
The only reason why I called Snowball.
Yeah, is just to come at me?
No. I just want to clarify. Just want to
clarify.
Okay.
Clarify yourself,
Snowball. I'm flip-flopping. That's all.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Take the stage.
Sometimes I just... it takes me a little bit longer to process some information. Just reading is not words. Reading is not a verbal voice. So, it's okay. I'll just chalk it up to slow comprehension. I teach art, not English.
Just stirring
it's okay.
my coffee. Just stirring.
The AG truthing on Sundays, it calms me a little bit. And then there's times where I get furious and angry hearing this stuff. It's guys, yes, we have better coaching this year. We have better players. I've been saying all this stuff. More than 3 wins from last year. I'm at 5. That's an improvement. There's nothing between last year, the end of last season, to now where I'm like, oh, we're gonna make the playoffs. There's nothing that I've seen to make me want to think that. And like what I said in my super chat, AG is now on defense. He's calling the defense. Snowball, this is to your point, man.
Yeah.
With Brick last year, right? Another dude with no head coaching experience, and now he got to work on the defense and also be a head coach. Now, AG already last year, we already know, man. I'm not going to get down that memory lane stuff right now. He's now calling defense. That's more workload for him. So you guys really think that this is gonna translate to playoffs 10 multiple double-digit wins. That's cool. I'm not trying to stomp on your flowers. I'm just saying for myself.
Yeah,
I'm consistent. I don't know where the confusion's coming from.
yeah, that's right. And Snowball, you're like the Pillsbury Doughboy. You were like coming through. Here's how I feel, and then Chef calls in, and all of a sudden, poo-hoo, all the air came out of that balloon for old Snowball.
No,
People are saying you're
I'll still
melting in the
stand behind
comment
it.
section.
I'll still stand behind it.
10
Okay.
That I'm flip-flopping?
No, not that you're flip-flopping. I'm just my
That's what you
confidence
said.
in AG. I'm still gonna stay. I'm staying where I am.
No, I'm not,
What
and
do
I
you
don't
mean,
want to move. I don't want to move you. You got
Yeah.
yo,
Okay.
Snow, you.
He was
I know,
simply
I know.
talking about.
Johnny Boy said hope. He was like, "Yo, I'm just going off of hope."
Yeah.
This is literally what Johnny said. He was like, "I ain't got nothing going on other than hope. There's nothing tangible.
It's
There's no
hope every
evidence
year.
stating that we're gonna have this remarkable season, man. It's gonna be a good one, but playoffs. What's happening? What has changed? Our quarterback is showing us great leadership skills, right?
Playoffs? Are you talking about the playoffs?
But
Two
him getting,
uses on the show. Two.
him getting pulled over and all that. Is that what you're referring to, Chef?
Yo, I'm talking about leadership skills. We don't see
What did Mike
these issues across the league with these other quarterbacks. Only here.
Because it's the
Why?
Jets. Because it's the Jets. It's easy to shit on the Jets, and it's New York.
Yeah.
New York's gonna get way more noise than anything. You know that.
So
I
we're
mean,
the problem, right? We're the problem. We're the reason why he did all that stuff.
I credit you. I credit you, Chef. I credit you for being the consistent realist. But what did Mike Tyson say? Right? Mike Tyson, I forget where he said it, but he said, I take all these drugs just to keep myself from killing y'all. Right? So the thing is, I have hopium just to keep myself from killing myself.
It makes me smile, guys, just so you know. When I hear that positive stuff, and then it's like, oh yeah, why do you think we're gonna have a playoff season year where we're gonna have all these wins? Oh, because I hope so. I hope it's gonna have oh, yo, I smile, I swear to God, yo, I smile, I chuckle. I'm like, yo, let me throw some money in here. Let me get a couple of laughs.
I mean, look, I
swear
hope.
to you, and then it's like, wait, Chef was positive before about all this AG stuff. Hell nah. What are we talking about?
He does not like
Positive?
AG. Yeah.
Did y'all see last season?
No.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yo, 3 wins. Yo, come on, man.
He's saving them for this year, Chef.
I hope, right? That's what y'all saying.
So that's what Johnny Boy said.
Let me ask you this question, Chef. Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, AG, whether he's, successful, not successful, like, does it really affect your I know for some people they're going to say yes, but in reality, because you are the reality guy, does it really affect your life?
AG?
Yeah. Does it affect your life?
Hell yeah.
Why not?
Yo, when the Jets lose the way we're losing those last 5 games, yo, I was pissed.
Yes,
my son's like, Dad, can we play?
you're gonna be mad.
Nah. What the you see
but then
this
you're
mess?
gonna come back.
Yo, the Bills
You're gonna
game,
come
yo,
back
I was
next
talking
season
to Johnny
and you're gonna
Boy.
do the same thing.
Yo, I was talking to Johnny Boy against the Bills game. I'm like, yo, Johnny, I'm not even watching this shit. What's going on? I was in a dark room. I swear, yo, it's Sunday, man. Everything I love. Yo, I didn't even watch. I knew. I didn't watch a second of that stupidity.
Yeah, I remember.
No one's showing heart, man.
I remember him hitting me up because I was at Turks, and he's like, "And you're watching this shit?" And I was like, "Bro," and there's a whole bunch of Bills fans out here right now, So, but I want to ask you this. Chef.
Wait, I need to get this in. This is from, by the way, this is perfect. I don't know if Nick Shine did this on purpose, but 2 things here for Nick Shine. And also we have a few other super chats. Some of them include Chef Kevin Gilbert. So let's get to all of them here on the program. First off, Nick Shine gifted 5 Boy Green Coffee Club memberships here on the channel. That's a beautiful gesture.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's $15 towards more of the raffle. I'll have an update on that in a second. Hey, Snowball and Johnny Boy, can you guys read this real quick? And then we'll get the Chef Kevin Gilbert element of this next.
I'm ready whenever.
Okay.
Paulie Dog Jet 65, Jet Jarrow, Earl Campbell 5313.
Earl Campbell, wow, okay,
Skippy.
Yeah,
and Edsel Daly
gave him
8083.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Those are 5 new members to Boy Green Coffee Club. Nick Shine was $5 away from getting a raffle ticket, but he changed that immediately with a Chef Kevin Gilbert inspired super chat here. Nick Shine, you officially have a raffle ticket to our Jets Browns contest.
Wow.
$5 super chat here from the Nick Shine Show. Chef Kev was so positive during the Asmaniac tournament. Now this, I feel like I got scammed. Kidding. Love you, Kev. Jeff, your response.
Yo, I was gonna say, Nick Shine makes that Pat McAfee tank top look better than how Pat McAfee wears that tank top.
But
Nick, I was bringing it during that tournament, man.
He was
the positive.
Yeah.
I was bringing it, man. I know. I know. Nick wants to get a couple of laughs, man. I'm gonna tune in tonight, man. You know that.
I can't wait.
You know that. Once this World Cup stuff is over, here my job, I'm beelining in my car.
There you
go home. Y'all need to leave me alone going outside with a cigar.
Who do you guys got?
I'm tuning in 7:00 for that Nick Shine show, man. Come on.
Who do you guys got tonight? Argentina versus Spain.
We going with Messi, man.
Yeah, I'm going Argentina. Snowball.
I was gonna rock the boat, but I'll do Argentina.
Messi.
That's messy.
That is messy.
Could be. But shout out to Nick Shine. By the way, again, a raffle ticket to our Jets Browns contest, and also throwing some shade at Chef Kevin Gilbert. That's a 2-for-1 special right there. Beautiful. Well, Chef, I appreciate that Snowball's words made you go, this motherfucker. Now, I'm calling in Wednesday, Sunday. I don't give a shit. I'm calling in.
Kev, when you go to a game, you ever leave early?
Hell yeah. What do you
leave early?
Hell yeah. I got things to do, man. You think I'm sick? These blowouts.
I don't. I can't. I refuse.
Blowouts?
Absolutely not. No way.
Blowouts, man. There's times where I stay like that Patriots game last year. I'm like, no, I got my dad. We in a suite. I got my son, my wife. We there. I'm like, nah, we're gonna soak all this stupidity. I'm looking at the sideline. Yeah, nah, we're gonna stay here and watch all this stuff. And then there's other times where I'm like, what's the point? I got things to do. The traffic's gonna be stupid. I can't, man. And that's why I give respect to those diehards.
The
season listen, the season ticket holder from Long Island.
Yeah.
That stays till the end. That's the props. That's where I salute, man. Those are the realest ones, man. Like,
yeah.
It don't get realer than that, man. You going down with the team consistently over and over and over, and then you got that long ass drive across the bridge.
Yo, Chef,
on,
let
man.
me
That's instant props, man.
Let me ask you guys this for last question.
Okay.
And I've been asking a lot of people this. What would you rather have? A top 10 defense or a top 10 offense?
Top 10 offense.
Give me that offense.
Top 10
man.
offense. Stop.
We're starving for touchdowns, man.
We've had great defenses. The 2023 season, unfortunately for Rodgers, we were at lights out, shut you in the face defense, which was awesome. We haven't had a top 10 offense since, I believe 2015 was top 10. I don't remember the number it was. Like, it's been a long time. I mean, touchdowns, points, all top 10 offense, not even close. I want offense. I want touchdowns. I want points. I want excitement. Give me offense. If we're the Bengals and they're scoring 40 points a game but losing 45-40, like, I hope we're winning all these games. But if that's my death and I'm picking one or the other, I'm picking 13-6 losses or 45-40. Give me 45-40 12 times on Sunday.
With Salah, man, and there wasn't too much good, but that defense, when they ran onto the field, we were cheering. When Zach Wilson was running onto the field, we were booing.
Yeah.
We were booing the offense. During player introductions, we were booing. We were booing the Zach Wilson, man. The craziness that goes on in that stadium during these down times, man. During these losing, pathetic losses, man. These games where you're seeing no effort, man, no passion, no fire. AG has to get this right.
Of
or
course.
he's not here.
That's for sure.
There's
Bluntly said.
nothing else to talk about, man. Y'all appreciate y'all.
Thank you,
BG,
Chef.
pleasure, man. Yo, Snowball, Johnny Boy, y'all my brothers, man. You know that.
You know it.
Snowball, yo, he's my brother for life, man.
Yeah, but don't be fronting, Snowball. Don't be coming for the king. Man. You swing for the king, you best not miss, sir.
Yo,
That's
Chef,
the message.
I'm excited for you to go cooking today, man. Because let that man Brady cook, baby.
Nixon 5.
Woo! With the walk-off.
All right, here we go. A couple of things here. Number one, Austrian Jets fans gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Love to see it. Thank you, Austrian. Let's go. My decades here, number one Austrian Jets fan. You are, what's the math on that? $17 away from the raffle ticket, 4 raffle tickets to our contest. Boys, whoever wants to read that, who's our new member?
Green and White Militia.
All right, great. All right, let's gather the army. Let's get everybody ready. I see we got another super chat. The big fella here on the program. Appreciate you,
big fella.
Chat. Zariah Luna, hit it. WOW.
Wow.
Appreciate you, pal. Great show, Boy Green. Excellent guest and a great way to start a Sunday. My twin, the champ, Jets Worldwide, doesn't get any better. By the way, big fella, you are now $5 away. I was about to say that for Nick Shine, too. You both were $5 away. Nick Shine punched in an additional $5 super chat. So, big fella, before the end of July, make sure you send in another $5, whether that's super chats or memberships or what have you, and you'll officially be in the running for a Jets Brown ticket giveaway coming up for week 5. It'd be great to meet you. I've never met the big fella, so maybe you can win that contest. Again, it's up to the gods. It'll be random, but all you need is another $5 to officially be in that contest. So, big fella, thank you for the kind words. And look at that. His twin, the champ, Jets Worldwide. Doesn't get any better. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful message.
Shout out to Snowball, man. Yo, Snowball.
What's
you
up?
Fired him up today, man. That was awesome, man.
Yeah, you fired up Chef
I
so
like to
much.
poke the bear every once in a while.
So much so that he said, "Oh hell nah," and he came over and said, "I'm in the middle of cooking right now, but you people have to wait."
Anyway, he was going to call.
Maybe
in
I don't know.
anyway.
He doesn't call in on Sundays. So that's very rare. That's very rare.
Okay.
Hey, look at this. Jet 71 is gifted a 5-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Ring the bell.
You can ring my bell. Ring my bell.
Here we go, guys.
I mean, just look at their faces. Like, they're not even into it, bro. They're just like, yeah.
There's a lot that could be interpreted from that, but I will choose to leave it as the ball lies, as we do in golf. Boys, who are the 5 new members to Boy Green Coffee Club? Shout out to Jet 71.
You want me to go? Or you got it.
I'll do the first 3. So we got Jamie Nagar, Stephen Craig, Philip Rasmussen.
Beautiful.
EJ5386 and just endure the suffering.
Yeah.
312.
Yeah. He's been gifted a few memberships over the years.
Any relation to that with that Rasmussen?
It could be. Could be. Jet 71, by the way, that's $15 towards the raffle. You're $10 away. So a $10 super chat, or you could give 5 more memberships, whichever way you want to slice the pie, to get a raffle ticket for the contest too, right? Jet 71 says, it's a long trip. It's a long trip from California. But if he wins the prize, he has most of that paid for. Maybe Jet 71. We can meet him for the very first time at the tailgate. Possible. So
is
Jet
he
71
calling in today?
$10 away.
I've never had him do a Boy Green call-in. Like,
he's definitely done a Boy Green.
You know, because I want to see if he fixed the background.
Okay.
Oh, that didn't happen.
Which, by the way, some proper touches here. So Jet 71 sent me some emails going, "Oh, apparently I have to explain my house to you, like how big it is and where I'm calling from." He gave he included photos. I'm like, hot damn. He's like, "This is the kind of place I live in. Here's the square footage. Here's the rooms. Here. I do it for my dining room. Here's why. Here's my paint." I went, "Oh, damn." And he went, "By the way," and I'm like, "Oh, here we go. Now it's Chef Kevin Gilbert all over again from a few minutes ago." He's like, "Your sloppy ass background with lights and it's cluttered. I can't even see what the hell's going on back there." And I'm like, "Oh, damn. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I wasn't aware of your game, sir." I'm like, "Oh my." He was coming at me, and I was like, "Geez." I said I was just trying to bust his
Pocket
balls.
full of strays.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, he came for the king. That's for damn sure. So
I love Jet 71, man. Shout him out, man. He's good.
But
dude.
appreciate you. Thank you for the 5 membership to Jet 71. That's awesome. Thank you for all the gifting so far. This has been a huge show for gifting. So thank you guys so much. That's awesome. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. So again, shout out to MFC from the beginning of the show. NC Green, DNY for Life gifting. Some member shout outs for Party with Peg and Artie and memberships. Chef Kevin Gilbert, Philium, Let Me In. Let's see, the Nick Shine Show, Big Fella, Austrian, Nick Shine again, Jet 71, Big Fella. Oh, there it is. Here's his 5 to get him officially in the contest. Hit it, Zariah Luna. Let's go.
Wow.
The Big Fella $5 Super Chat now officially in said raffle that we were just talking about. Boom, Jets Browns giveaway. 2 tickets to Section 118, 2 field access tickets, 2 full tailgate passes, over $600 value. And Big Fella is now officially in with a $25 raffle ticket based on his previous combinations of super chats and memberships. He says the Nashville invasion will be epic, so that's when I will meet the Big Fella. There you go. Let's get that dub. Did someone say raffle? You are officially in it, the Big Fella, so I will add that to the scrolling ticker. I've already added that on my sheet behind the scenes, so we'll draw this winner coming up on August 1st. Wow, this has been quite a show, boys. Quite a show.
Yo Holmes is coming
You have a
at
bed
you.
in that room that's shaped like a car.
What's that? What did he say?
No, like a jet plane. Like a jet plane.
Oh, yeah.
Like a jet plane.
Oh, wow.
You sleep in the cockpit?
Yeah, Yoham's like beachy. Looks like he's in a child's room who is a Jets fan. How dare you? By the way, here's a story that I never wanted to ever tell. But I went to the radio station, and one of these days, a couple years ago, and there's this older radio guy who's there. He's like a legend in the business. Like he's been doing radio for 40 years or something. And I'm waiting in the hallway to get in, like a different radio studio. I was just doing something, and he walks out and sees me. I had Jets high socks pulled up all the way to my knees. I was wearing a pair of Jet shoes. I had Jet shorts on, a Jets jersey, and a Jets hat on with a Jet chain around my neck. And he went, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Grow up," and kept walking. I'm like, "Damn, okay, wow, all right." So yes, I got that. Wow, right between the chops. Good Lord, have mercy.
Then went home into his jet plane bed to go to sleep in.
I never had a jet plane bed,
Pull
so
up
I
his
sort of
jet
missed out on
sheets.
that.
What is jet sheets?
I do have a Jets blanket in my bed. It's very comfy. I like my Jets blanket. Very comfy.
So do
I've
I.
had it for a long time. Yeah. Let's go back to the phone lines here before we wrap up the show. Who do we got? Ah, yes. Let's go to Bill Aimley, baby.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Okay, nice.
Old Bill.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
nice lighting fixture.
Yeah, right.
What's up, Bill? Morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Let's go Mets.
Yeah. To the chef. I'm sorry. I'm a delusional fan, so shoot me.
Yeah.
10-7 is possible with this team as long as they avoid any serious injuries, and if Gino at least plays halfway decent. Secondly, when I listen to Johnny talk about one and done, I'm like, what's he talking about? We've had 15 years of no playoffs, no playoffs, no playoffs, no playoffs, no playoffs. Oh, and by the way, no playoffs. So one and done means you make the playoffs and you lose in the first round. And even if you include the years with Chubby there, he took us to the AFC Championship twice, so there was no one and done there either.
No,
you have to go back a ways to get.
Wow. Bill, I was talking about the offensive coordinators that we've had since Shoddy.
Those have been a lot of one and dones. We haven't had a offensive coordinator last more than 2 years since Brian Schottenheimer. Everyone else has either been one and done.
Yeah, so if that is what you were referencing, then I apologize, my friend.
No, don't apologize.
Yeah. And then with Woody and Salah, how many years was Salah our coach before Woody decided to pull the plug?
3.5.
Yeah.
3.5. Don't you think
Adam
that
Gase was
counts
2 years.
as being?
Yeah, Adam Gase was 2019, 2020. Salah was 21, 22, 23, and then he was in the middle of 24 before he got fired. So 3.5.
Right. And how many of those seasons were winning seasons?
None of them.
None. So I would think he was more than patient with Salah.
No, that's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
you may have your opinions about, oh yeah, but he fired him when maybe we could have gotten to. How do you know that he was going to get to 500? I think Woody saw enough. He said, "No, this is ridiculous. I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel with this guy." So,
and they had collapses, right? Salah had that 7-4 year. That was with Mike White, I believe. So yeah, he had a few years where Zach Russell was 6-3 that one year. So they've had a few moments during Salah where they could have done something and then they collapsed like a used lawn chair. So
just didn't have the staying power.
That must have been it, I guess.
Pun intended.
Then everybody's talking. Well, not everybody, but some people talking about Arch, and I'm like, we would have to have the worst record in football to get Arch, and we're not going to get there.
Or the Colts.
Anybody who thinks that is crazy, A, and B, are we going to have to give up all 3 first-round picks in order to move up to get him? That's a losing proposition, if you ask me.
Am I the only one that doesn't want Arch Manning?
Well, I don't know if it's Arch. Like, to me, I liked how Arch finished last season, but here's the good news. We're about to see a full college football season of all these guys, Dante Moore, Arch, and CJ Carr. And to me, that's super important. I think Arch finished off the year really hot, but you don't draft a guy based off that. You need to see it. So now can he build upon it and have a really good upcoming season? So like I'm a big CJ Carr guy. I'm a Notre Dame guy. I'm biased, but Julian Sayin, Ohio State, like every time we have this conversation, I name 4 or 5 off the top of my head, but we forget people. Someone I always forget to talk about: Julian Sayin, CJ Carr, Dante Moore, Arch Manning. Like there's a ton of these dudes. The Lenore Sellers from South Carolina. Like there's a ton of dudes.
Yeah, and just because Arch is a Manning does not guarantee anything. He still has to do his thing, his part.
Yeah.
So
the intriguing thing is with Arch, if he is to be what people believe him to be, a number 1 overall pick, is he has wheels that Peyton or Eli never had. So he had like a 60-yard touchdown run last season. So like he's got wheels, which is exciting. And in your head, in mythical land, this isn't fair to do, but in your head, you're like, man, a Manning with all the normal great passing ability and the ability to run, holy crap, that could be pretty dynamic. So again, personally, I'm a CJ Carr guy, but I would also say this. I think there is a world, I've been saying this all offseason, where the Jets can have a whatever record. Let's get Johnny Boy what he wants, 9-8. And then the Colts are terrible, and the Colts deliver you that top 5 pick. So that's how you get your quarterback potentially. But I also say in a larger sense, of course, in a perfect world, we have 3 first-round picks. We don't have to use them to trade up. We just have a great place where we can pick a quarterback. But if we have to use this was a conversation with Jake yesterday, Jake Klein, who called into the show, one of the crowd's favorites, is he says he doesn't want to trade up multiple picks. If we have to use multiple ones to trade up, then so bleeping be it. I want the quarterback, and that's why you made the trades, to give you a chance to make up. If you could get it naturally, you have the number 2 overall pick next year because of whatever situation you take your quarterback, and you use the other 2 to build around him, great. But if you need all 3 to move up, then I don't give a blank. Get me the quarterback.
Plus, we made the AFC Championship twice with Mark Sanchez, who wasn't exactly the best QB in his class.
No, he was the second quarterback behind Stafford. But to your point, the best. Like Stafford's still playing, and he was the MVP last season. So take that for what you will. But no, they traded up for Sanchez, and they were aggressive. They went from 17-5, and thankfully they got a sweetheart deal from Eric Mangini, who's the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. So the Jets, normally when you move up to 17-5, you have to give up 3 first-round picks, your firstborn child. Like you have to give up everything for that kind of trade. The Jets had to give up Brett Ratliff, Kenyon Abram, the safety, Kenyon Coleman, the defensive lineman. They give up a bunch of Brett Ratliff, the former quarterback. They give up a bunch of random pieces. The first round pick, which was 17, a pick swap, and their second round pick. That was it. They didn't give up any future ones. That's nuts. That Eric Mangini gave us that sweetheart deal to get Sanchez. So normally it would cost a lot more. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. I don't think we need to pick the top guy in order for this team to function well.
Right.
As long as the coaching staff does their job and all the veteran and rookie players that we have do their jobs. And in fact, it's because of the veteran players and the rookies that we should be rooting most for the Jets to have a success. Whether we like the coach or not, the players we should appreciate, especially all the veterans who said, hey, I'm here to make this team a success.
By the
And
way,
that's
shout out to
all I need to
Darian
hear as a
Mensah.
fan.
Darian Mensah is another one we didn't mention. He could be the ACC Player of the Year. So, Yo Holmes, there you go. Tip the cap. See, I don't always shit on you. There you go. Darian Mensah, that's a good call out. Nice.
Right. So, I look forward to this season. I do hope the team really plays better. I'm going to put the onus on all the players to get it together and do well. Whether AG himself plays a major role or not. Because as a Jets fan, it's like enough and no playoffs. Let's get
100%.
into the playoffs.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
And let's have a fun time. And not just say Knicks in 5, but finally say Jets did it again. 2027 champs.
That's
Phil,
what
I'm
we
very
want.
happy. I'm very happy to share real estate in delusional land with you. So
yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you for that timeshare over there. My family really appreciates it
That's where
during the
most
summer.
Jets fans should be. Very positive thinking. I know that the last 15 years have been a horror show, but the fact is we're still here because somewhere inside us we still believe in this team, that this team can get it done. So we should always, no matter how negative things are going, always be positive for our team.
I will always pick you, Bill, over Jay Klein. I just want to let you know that.
And look after all our Jets brothers and sisters around the world, baby, because they're all over the place. And like I said, when the Jets beat New England in New England, I want to hear any Jet fans there say, Diana, Diana.
There you go. That'd be nice.
Or sing Dirty Diana.
I was going to say
Diana.
I would never say that. No, I would never
Princess
say
Diana,
that.
there's a lot there.
I mean, I feel bad for their families for sure,
Oh, Jesus.
I feel so bad for their families. I can't even imagine what they've had to go through during this time. But I blame the two adults in the room. They did them dirty. So
they were doing
someone got did dirty. That's for sure, Bill. But appreciate you. By the way, Bill, can't wait to meet you at our Jets Browns game this year. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
so
it's
going to be great. I've never met Bill before, so that'll be cool. Yes.
Snowball. Let me ask you this. I
know before you do, we have breaking news. Mr. Legend Famous Fulton.
The new
sorry,
co-host
coming through tough.
Daily.
Can you hear us, Mr. Legend Famous Fulton?
Can you guys hear? How are you guys? You doing all right?
You're breaking up. You're breaking
up. He said, "I can't." Can you guys hear me? Your co-host.
I got you now.
Now we can hear you. Yes. And now we can't.
Oh,
damn.
So, tomorrow's my big day.
Yes.
Co-hosting with Boy Green.
Yep. So I'm excited for it. So,
you should be. Happy early birthday.
Thank you. I never showed you these, Paul, but this is going to be awesome for you because my mom, she got me these new, and it's my softball coming up for Tuesday.
Okay.
And this is what I have. You guys ready?
Show it to us. I'm ready.
All right.
I got my magnifying glass ready.
Oh wow!
All right. Good.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Oh wow! Oh, what happened? Oh, he accidentally kicked himself off with the what appeared to be a cleat or shoe of some kind. He hung up on himself. Oh. I've never seen that happen before. He hung up on himself.
Johnny, that would be a great birthday
present. Guys, I'm back.
Wait,
there he is.
Okay.
There
wait. Okay, careful with those.
Take a look at these.
Those are dope.
Cleats.
What do you think?
They match awesome. The carpet matches the drapes I see. Nice.
Yep, these are the softball cleats.
Oh, nice. Those look sweet.
Yeah, and the bottom looks like diamond clusters.
Oh, that's
nice. Yeah, diamond clusters. I can see that. That's
cool.
Sweet. Oh. Shout out to your mom.
Huh?
I said shout out to your mom. She got you those, you said, right?
Yeah, she did. And she got me black and red performance socks.
Black and red, black and red, black and red.
Yeah.
So you perform.
And then There's a basketball that my friend gave me,
Yeah.
and it's pretty cool.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Oh, wait, let's get a nice look at that. Whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at those colors. That's sweet, man.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Is basketball your favorite sport?
Yeah, basketball, softball, swimming,
Can you dribble up and
bowling,
down the court?
track and field. Yes, all
Can
the
you keep
time.
it fresh on the microphone?
Yeah.
Jet 71 is saying that is part BG's room.
Never had one of these, Johnny?
Those are pretty cool, man. That looks awesome, dude. I love that. I'm all about some real cool looking basketballs.
Just don't wear the cleats on the basketball court, all right?
Yep, I sure will. And there's some more stuff for you guys too. So my mom got me this. Somebody got me this shirt. Oh, hold on. Let me
take a look.
Go
Wow,
back
you
to
got a lot of
first.
stuff here.
Like,
It's been a
screen.
fruitful birthday. Oh, geez.
I love the pan.
Okay, wait. Let's see.
What does it
Sorg. I can't.
Hold
I
on,
can't.
hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on,
okay.
let me-
All right, yeah.
I'm so
geez.
awesome.
Show us the goods.
So wait, lower it a little to your left.
Oh,
sorry,
sorry,
can't. My
can't.
mom.
My
Wait
mom
to your
said.
other left. Yep, there you go. Sorry, can't. My mom said no. Oh, what?
I love it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. My mom doesn't want me to get in trouble, so that's what they give me.
Oh, that makes sense. That's
My mom
cool.
hates
And
me.
then my mom's
more.
friend Sharon got me one of these popcorns.
I feel like I'm in the bag.
What is this? Hot
Hot
garlic. What
garlic.
is this?
Ooh.
Hot
Wait,
garlic.
what are these?
You want me to
shrimp?
try
What?
it?
Yeah.
You're live. Yeah, why not? I guess. Okay.
Shrimp
yeah.
chips?
I'm
Put the
gonna
music.
try it for
I've never heard of
Paul,
that
Mom.
before. What'd you say?
Hit
Alright,
the
so
music. Hit the music.
I'm gonna
Eat
have
it.
to try these and see
Eat
how
it.
they go.
Eat it.
Okay,
Eat it.
a food review. Sorry, fastest food reviews. We're having some copyright issues here, but all right. Here we
Famous
go.
food
All right,
reviews.
here we go.
Okay. Open
They
this
are
file.
like shrimp trips. You know what shrimp trips is?
I don't. I've never heard of that in my life. What is that?
No.
Shrimp.
Okay. So they're like
Chips made of shrimp.
chips like potato chips or something.
All right. Okay. Well, let's see this food review. Okay.
Here we go. Let's see here.
Okay.
I'm gonna open these chips.
All right. Smell them first. Give us a review of the smell.
Give us a waft. Yeah, if you can. Okay.
How they
Oh, so
smell.
the shrimp. They're a little
Smell
smaller.
it. See how
Okay,
it smells?
Yeah,
smell it?
they're a little smaller. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you smell it?
Yep. Yeah, I can smell it.
Okay. Great. All right. Yeah. Give it a whirl. Let's get this food review.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's,
Here we go.
Yep.
Crunch. Oh,
Can you point the camera? We can't see you. All right. Never mind. That's just fine.
this
It's
is the most
kicking in,
important part.
guys. It's kicking in.
Chicken.
in.
Okay.
The heat?
All right.
You getting the heat? Do
Okay.
you need a glass of water?
Was it crispy? Yeah. Yeah. Do you need some water?
Oh,
Oh God.
it is. Oh my gosh, it's hot and spicy right now. Whew.
Oh,
That's what they say about me.
he needs some milk.
Yeah. Milk? Are you a milk guy?
Am I a milk guy? Yeah, I am.
Your milk
Did
guy.
you just ask yourself the question and then answer it? Okay. All right. What kind of milk? 2%, 1%, almond, chocolate?
Well,
This is awesome.
I'll probably give these shrimp chips.
Yeah, give it a grade.
You think
Yeah.
I'm
5 out of
saying
6 or something.
5
out of 6. That's a unique
right.
rating scale. Okay. All right. Well, all right. Mr. Famous Fulton, thank you for that. And please make sure you cool down your mouth, man.
I will, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Happy early
It's a
birthday,
big
man.
day. There you go. Mr.
Mr.
Legendary
Famous.
Famous Fulton, a 5 out of 6.
I would give it a 6 out of 7.
I'm let's go back to the phone lines.
Boy Green, that you had the perfect opportunity, you ruined it.
I did, yep. And no. I'm afraid not. Hey, let's go back to the phone lines. Look, this guy sent in a super chat. Let's welcome in.
Let's go.
Phil, How much were you just laughing at that perfect video that just happened in the background?
Yeah, honestly, the first thing I was going to say is it's never good to follow Mr. Famous Fulton. It's a tough act to follow.
That's true.
But I wanted to call for multiple reasons, but I'm going to start with this. Okay, BG, right?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
The Instant Coffee Club, baby.
Okay, now I think it was yesterday, somebody asked you about the merch shop.
Yes.
And you said you were having problems. And I put in the chat, man, you ought to get with the Jets Worldwide people. Okay.
Oh, is your merch shop good?
Because let me tell you,
it's amazing. Look at this.
Look at that. Okay.
Are you damn Skippy?
Great. All right, your people talk to my people. All right. Hey, Jets Worldwide crew, you and your merch people reach out to me. I am open for business, so let me know.
I thought you were employing relatives, though.
I was, but
Okay, so if you need a reference, we can give you a reference. Bill is our biggest supporter.
Okay, cool.
100,000%.
Wow.
That's
a lot of percent.
Listen, I'll tell you, BG, you remember I had a problem trying to get that mug.
Yeah. From the first merch shop, pre-family. Yeah.
Right. So, when I first ordered from Jets Worldwide, I was a little, okay, how's this going to go? And it was like, no problem. Got it in a few days. I got to follow up, like to make sure I was happy, that kind of thing.
Okay, nice. I love that.
I got T-shirt. I got a hoodie. I got my daughter a bikini. Believe it or not, they got a Jets Worldwide bikini.
Jesus.
I mean,
okay.
And the quality is great. The service is great. So, all I can tell you is, if you can just hook up with them, I think you do well. So that's the first thing I wanted to get to.
I agree. Yes, we should connect after, and if they have that kind of resounding experience, that's clearly someone I should partner with because I want to get it right. I've had a few people ask, and it's so kind that anyone would even be interested in anything that's got my ugly mug on it. So that's phenomenal. So that's great. No, I'll definitely link it with them. Great suggestion. Thank you.
And let me tell you, one more thing there was a hoodie that I liked. They had the Jets, the Jets Worldwide logo on the back.
Yep.
But it had a picture of Woody on the front. I forget what the context was.
Hug my Woody.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And I was like, dude, I love the hoodie. I love the logo on the back, but I don't want anything with Woody on it.
Yes. Very fair request, by the way.
They customized it, took it off, and just put the JWW on it.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yep.
Look at that.
So
we have that flexibility.
These guys are good, man. And my guess is you would not regret making that move. So,
well,
okay.
I'm in, baby. So JWW, your crew, reach out to my crew. Let's make it happen.
Sure.
In all seriousness, that's super cool. Thank you for the for that kind of review and recommendation for that matter, Philium. That's like I said, the merch shop's super important. That's how people represent the brand. So, and I want everyone to have a good experience when they do it. So, yeah, clearly I need an upgrade there. So JWW, you're my guys.
That's great. I hope you do that. So I came in late today because I work till midnight on Friday and Saturday nights. So it depends. Sometimes I get to bed earlier. Sometimes. So I got up like 9 and jumped in right when you guys were talking about the like acquaintances and friendships and stuff like that that have been made from the show.
Yeah.
And that's what prompted me for the super chat is because, it's one thing, the entertainment is great. The information is great, but it is amazing when I think back now, it's 2 years now. Okay. Since I became a coffee club member. And there's a lot of people that I have gotten to know where I haven't met them, but I feel like I know them.
Yeah.
And then there's been several that I've actually gotten to meet, and it was like I knew them already. It was, it was so comfortable as soon as we sat down. And you actually mentioned, you fragmented it a little bit, so I'm just going to reframe it. I met Badshaw and Jared had plans to meet up in Orlando.
Yes, Jared, right.
So they were planning to meet up in Orlando while Badshaw was there on vacation.
Yes.
And then Badshaw asked me, and I lived in Florida, maybe I could meet up. And it was kind of back and forth a little bit whether I could make it or not, because it was Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah.
So I kind of was like, man, I don't know. It's Valentine's weekend and this and that. So I kind of hesitated and haggled till like the last minute. And then I kind of sheepishly said something about it. And my wife was like, fucking go. Like, I don't care. So it was like I texted Jared like the day I got to the hotel, like a few hours before the meetup, and was like, hey, I'm coming, you know?
Hell yeah.
So it was kind of almost like a surprise for Badshaw.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, it was cool. We had a great time. Had dinner together, multiple drinks. You know, you've seen Badshaw in the morning, so you know about that.
I am always petrified that I know he's holding the phone like this.
He could drop the phone,
and it's just gonna go like that, and we're gonna be like, Badshaw, no, you know. So
yeah,
Jesus.
So yeah, I do appreciate the community and how that's all built. And you should be extremely proud. That was basically the gist, I think, of what Johnny was saying, and I just wanted to echo it. You should be incredibly proud, not just of the growth of your career and all that stuff that you've accomplished, but it's pretty special that there's a lot of people now that never would have met if it wasn't for this show. So I think that's a really awesome thing.
I appreciate that, William. Yeah, like I said, that's a part that's really cool. It was cool to see that at the tailgate where all these people came together, and I saw it as they were meeting each other. Like, hey, I'm Philly Noodles. Hey, I'm this, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, this is nuts. We were just on a Jet show, and now we're all in one central. There's 50 of us, 60 of us, whatever the number is. I'm like, man, that's crazy. So yeah, I try to never pinch myself, to never take anything for granted. That's pretty awesome. The thing I now am thinking about after Johnny Boy's very vivid description of Badshaw is we're going to be in the same Airbnb together. That's all now official. And I don't know how many bathrooms are in this place. So am I just going to randomly run into the bathroom and Badshaw's like, hey, Paul, sorry, just try to call into the show. I'm like, what the hell? Get some clothes on, man. Like, I don't know what the hell's going to be going on. So, that now is in my mind.
Yeah,
so
you're gonna appreciate that you were with me, man. Until you see what Badshaw is gonna be straight like, hey, can you hand me the soap, please?
Like there's Mahar Khalil, his wife, Badshaw, his wife, Philly Noodles, me. I don't know if there's anyone else in the house, but that's a lot of people. So there should be some times had. Yep.
Oh, I need toilet paper.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
I'm not ready.
The other thing is Badshaw was the guy who coordinated the whole going to Tennessee thing. As far
100%.
From my perspective, he was the first one I ever heard bring it up.
Yep.
And at that time, Indy was really sick.
Yes.
And he said in the chat, like, hey, if there's any way I can go. And I was like, man, if that dude can find a way to go to Tennessee, I got no excuse.
100%.
And I think it's still up in the air whether or not Indy's going to be able to make it, but
Right.
either way, he inspired me to go. And
Yeah.
Badshaw is like always the catalyst with a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
the Indy shirts and a
100%.
lot of other things. So I want to give him a shout out. I love the kid, and I'm so looking forward to this. By the way, fellas, I booked the same hotel because I want to be where the action is.
Did you?
Yeah, right.
That's
there you go.
Wait,
that's awesome.
When are you guys getting in? So I'm flying in on Friday morning. When are you guys getting in?
Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Johnny Boy Saturday.
I've been trying to twist Johnny's arm to make it Friday night, but we'll see about that. But
I'll be around.
It might happen. It might not. Like it's kind of leaning more towards Friday that we just do that, so we're not, like tired from driving.
Because my airplane ticket was the same whether I came in on Saturday or Friday. So I went, if that's the same, then I guess I'm coming on Friday. So it had no difference for me.
Can I handle 2 days of just an giant amount of drinking? Yes, like I think so, right? So
okay,
it'll be awesome. Phil, can I tell you really quickly while I have BG here when I first met Boy Green, how that interaction went?
Yeah, let me hear it.
So I went and said, "Oh, hey, Boy Green, what's up, man?" I went to shake his hand. He was like, "Yeah, fuck you, buddy," and then just walked away. That was it.
That's definitely not what happened whatsoever. But thank you for
that. It sounds like a version of something that Pop would say that BG then has to cut. Yeah, right. Then BG has to go. Not exactly.
Yeah, that's that sounds more appropriate. But I can't wait. The countdown's on. It's July 19th. I was just saying all the date. We're 6 days away from the rookies reporting. It's about to get very real. And then before you know, we're gonna blink. Preseason games are here, and then week one's gonna be here. So man, I'm fired up. I can't wait to see all you guys there. And for you, Philly, I'm meeting you for the very first time. That's gonna be special. And I'm sure we'll have a lot of dinners and meals and all kinds of things all together. That's gonna be a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, and I mean that's one of the reasons I'm doing the arrival on Friday is I'm driving.
Yeah.
From South Florida, so it's going to be a long drive, and I didn't want to arrive on Saturday, have to drive overnight, whatever, and be like all beat up.
Yeah.
So like I'm arriving Fridays to basically chill and be like energized Saturday morning, because that to me that's going to be the day that everybody's doing the moving and shaking.
I think so. Yeah.
Or recovering from drinking.
Depending on your perspective.
Or shake your groove thing. Yeah. I'm sorry. I think in music and movie quotes. So that's my brain every single day.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, that's what people like to call autism. But Johnny Boy, I'm not a doctor, so let's get that officially diagnosed by somebody else. Philium, thank you for calling in, sir.
Phil's the best.
Phil's
the best. Love Phil, man. Thank you, Phil.
There you
Can't
go.
wait.
By the way, before we go to the phone lines, which are lit up, I see Frankie has sent in a $5 super chat. Appreciate you, Frankie. Here we go.
Wow.
Frankie with the $5 super chat. He says 10 wins, 10-win season, fellas. Johnny, how are your Mets doing? You ready to trade Soto to the Yanks? LOL. Johnny boy.
Next question, please.
By the way, Frankie, I believe that's your first contribution so far this month. So you are $20 away from a raffle ticket to the contest. I can't remember if Frankie was on our list. I don't think Frankie was on our list for the Jets-Browns game. He might be. Now I'm not so sure. So Frankie, maybe that's your way to get in. Well, I'd love to meet you too, buddy. That'd be awesome. So let's see if Jets-Browns ends up working out.
Shout out to Frankie. So, and fuck no, Soto will never be a Yankee. He's a Met
wasn't he already,
now, baby?
Yeah. Okay. All right. But how are your Mets doing? Aren't they like 20 games under 500 or something?
Yo, this is football season, bro. What are you talking about right now?
Sorry.
Right?
All right.
We're talking about the World Cup today. Okay, World Cup today. Damn it.
Thanks for the super chat, Frankie. I love it.
Frankie.
MFC, by the way, let's give him a shout out here on the program.
Wow.
This must be a new change because MFC has been a member for way longer than 7 months, but member for 7 months must be the Espresso Club, maybe. He says, I love my Indy shirt. Yeah, that's great. Again, a Bad Shot creation supporting Vindy. The shirts look awesome. So thank you for Bad Shot for putting all that together. That's super cool. So I appreciate that. That's awesome. What hotel are you guys at? I'm at an Airbnb with Bad Shot, everybody. So I'm not at a hotel. What hotel is it, boys?
Undisclosed. We will not reveal where we're staying because, of what's going to happen.
The paparazzi. Yeah, that makes sense. So sorry, big fella. That
is, but big fella, I got you, bro. I'll text you.
Okay, there you go.
Hotel, motel.
Oh, Frankie, I'm sorry. 17 under 500 to be exact for the Mets. I'm sorry. I had that incorrect information. So there you go. Nice. All right, back to the phone lines. It's my pop's favorite shipmate, Devin, DIY for life. Devin.
Yo, the best Jets chanter ever, dude.
Public Jets chant. Yes.
Hey, good morning, fellas. Can you guys hear me all right? I'm in the car, so I'm just making sure.
Yep.
Nixon 5.
Johnny, you're an asshole, bro. But I love you. I can't wait to meet you, Johnny. It's crazy. We live in the same state. I haven't met you yet, but it's all good. Hey, I just wanted to call in real quick, man. And like I said, it's better to be positive than not. And I love Bill Emley's take. Bill, I appreciate you, bro. And I also, Bill and I got a few things in common. I'm more of a New York supporter than anything because I'd rather see any New York team win, except the Bills, really. But if it's a New York team, I'd rather see them win than some other team. They are Canadians team, and they should claim that. They should own it. But I just want to say, man, I love Chef Kev, and he is generally a positive dude. I just can't understand why he won't give AG a break. I don't understand why anyone is just okay, his first year, he royally screwed up. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to bullshit it. I'm not going to be I'll make an excuse for him. No. And my expectation is for him to turn it around. And if he doesn't, I'm going to be on the fire AG train. I'm going to be blunt with that. I don't want to see 6 wins. 7 wins, I'm gonna be on the fence. But if they let him go after 7 wins, I'm not gonna complain about that either. Like he fucked up last year. So because you fucked up last year, you got to come strong this year. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it. You know, so I'm not excusing AG, but I'm also not gonna be bashing somebody that's a Jets fan, that loves the Jets organization, that was a Jet, that only had 1 season. And yeah, many a great head coaches fucked up their first year. You know what I'm saying? And you could go down the list of many of them that are Hall of Fame coaches that did not do well their first several years. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. You
Jimmy
know,
Johnson.
And so Jimmy Johnson, freaking, it took a dickhead up in New England to get his second stint.
Yeah.
Before he became one of the supposed greatest head coach cheater of all times, but whatever. So I just think like, yeah, AG has to turn it around. He has to. I do believe the other thing I was thinking about, I was like, your pop said this yesterday, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, well, what's the evidence? Pick a team in the NFL. What's the evidence that they can win the Super Bowl? What are fans gonna say? Like, if you pick the Chiefs, like I'm gonna use your pop's example yesterday. Oh, they got a great shot based off PFF and wherever he was quoting. And it's funny how he uses picks and choose. Pops, I hope you catch this when you're coming back from church, because I see how you pick and choose. Billy, what's the guy's name that he was using for his stats?
Barnwell.
But then he's like Bardwell, yeah, and he's like, oh, but he's a moron. But you use the stats though. You use the stats to make your point when it suits you. You see what I'm saying?
Like,
so I'm like,
when the Jets were ranked the 12th best skill group in the NFL, we went like, yeah, that's stupid, but whatever. And then he used it for other people saying, look, see, this is why they're better than the Jets. You're like, but excuse me.
right,
yeah,
right. You just said that.
Don't make no sense.
So I just want to say, my point is like any fan base would say, well, look at our moves we did in the offseason. That's why I have hope. That's why I know that now we are going to be able to take the next step. Well, I could say the same thing. Look at the moves we made in the offseason, and that's why I have the copium that I have, the hopium, whatever you want to say, that is going to improve the situation. I'm just not looking at the Jets roster going, oh, because I'm a Jets fan, we're gonna make the playoffs. No, I'm looking at everything, and if everything comes together the way it should, with having a seasoned offensive coordinator, I think AG has less on his plate because he doesn't have to worry about the offense as much. Whereas with Tanner Engstrand last year, he had to watch the first year head coach and be mindful of what his game plan was, how he plans to execute it, and so forth and so forth. We know he doesn't have to worry about special teams. His main focus is going to be on the defense. So again, but that also says for me, like, you don't have room to fuck up, because I feel like you actually have less on your plate to worry about now, because of the competency that we have in the other positions. So again, I'm gonna be a big AG supporter, and until I'm not, because I want to win. I am tired of losing. I am tired of rocking Jets gear everywhere I go in football season. My job has Jersey Fridays for most Fridays, and I'm rocking the Jets jersey. You really a Jets fan? No, motherfucker, I just bought this shit because I thought it was cute. Like, I'm sorry, man. I get a little passionate about shit.
Oh, yo,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm on the same boat, bro. We're same here. I rock everybody needs a Jets jersey. Oh, you're a Jets fan?
Hey, we need to, whoever's in the back, we need to clip that, you know. Oh, yeah. Are you a Jets fan? No, motherfucker. I just bought this for this. Yeah, we need to add that to the board.
Did you see his Jets chant?
No, so I don't know when you brought that up. I had no idea what you were talking about, and then he said "fuck you," so I imagine it wasn't very good. So, was it the cruise ship or something?
No.
Oh, okay. What?
Johnny, you made it a short, right?
Yeah, it's a short.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
So like it was super recent, bro, dude. So he's at a restaurant. He's at Cheddar's, right?
Oh,
like,
that one. Yes, I did see that. I saw that live on the show when you guys played it. Yes, of like his startling jet chat that seemed to get no one else involved, and then he said something, and then people were like, yeah, I did.
The lady's face, bro. It always makes me laugh.
She's like,
so there's this one lady, right, and he goes, Jay, and she goes.
Well, see, because hey, Devin, this is what Johnny Boy tried to have me and Snowball and the rest of the crew do when we were.
And you guys missed out. And I saw that.
I don't know if wussed out would be the thing.
You wussed out. Guess what?
Hit it.
There we go.
Hit it.
Jets.
You know what my take on that'll be?
Sure.
Are they going to remember you when you go there next year? Are they going to be like, oh, you guys don't do a Jets chant again like that because it was too loud? That's too much fandom. Get out of here, man. That was I'm agree with Johnny on that one. That was a little weak sauce. Y'all should have went out, bring it wherever you go.
Here's the problem, Devin. You just said, "Will they remember me?" If I did the Jet chant the way you did it at that restaurant, they would remember me. I'd be on a poster of "Do not let this person into the building." That would be the sheet that I'm on. It's not about lack of representation because I don't mind screaming to everyone in the universe that I'm a Jets fan. It's Luby when Johnny Bush said, "Hey, rip one out," and at first I'm like, "No," and he's like peer pressure. I'm like, "Guys, like maybe," and then Luby walked into the room at the perfect time. I'm like, "Hey, Luby, come over here. Can I ask you real quick? Hey, do you mind if we belt out a Jet chant here in the hotel lobby?" He went, "Absolutely not. No, God, no. Do not do this. No." And
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm just fucking with you.
But I respect yours.
Yeah. Hey, man, listen.
That beautiful restaurant. Yes.
You know what the difference is too?
And then his family was just like, he's like, look at my wife, and she's going like this. It was great.
My daughter was she was so embarrassed. She was so embarrassed, which is crazy to me because like my daughter gets live with me, man. That's one of the things of my road dog. You know what I mean? When we was on the ship and I'm giving it to people about the Knicks, my daughter was there giving it to them too with me. I'm like,
that's a great video on the cruise ship.
She's just with me.
You take that back. And I was like, hot damn, there's that DUI for life energy in there. I'm like, okay, I saw that. So I thought you would have been with me on the chant at the restaurant. I don't know.
We get passionate, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we get passionate, and I'm a chill dude, but it's like certain things that like just fire me up. And my Jets fandom is one of them, and my Knicks fandom is the other. I'm a baseball. I don't know. I like baseball, but I'm not the way that I love the Knicks and I love
Definitely
the Jets.
Not. Yeah,
and,
right. I'm the same way.
So
yeah.
But yeah, man. But yeah, I had to back. Yo, what's up, Stoneball? I had to back you up, bro. What's up?
Can I ask you a question? Okay.
Yes, sir.
You go to Jet games? You go to Jet games?
I do. I went there last year with BG.
You ever leave early?
Yeah. I left early last year when we were playing the fucking Dallas Cowboys and we were getting smoked. And I'm like, I got to fucking drive back to Virginia on this long ass drive. So yes, I did leave. That was the first game I ever left early. I hadn't been, life. So be completely transparent. I grew up poor. So going to any games was like not happening. I went to freaking Yankee games because it was like 2 stops on the D train and I was there and the tickets was like under $10 and I could get in the nosebleed. This is when I was younger. So I went to next Yankee games that way. I loved the Mets, but they were in Shea Stadium, which was across town. I had to get my pops to take me and all of this stuff. My pops let me go 2 stops on the D train, but like to go all the way up to Queens was not going to be something that I could do. But I love the Mets more than I love the Yankees. But I don't hate, like I said, I can't hate any New York team. I'm a big Rangers fan. The Islanders, I can't tell you nothing about, but I don't care. I don't hate them. You know what I mean? So, but yes, why do you ask, New Ball? Why do you ask? I have left early. Why would you say that?
That's my question of the day. That's my cue of the D. That's all.
It's your poll question of the day. I got you. But yeah, man. If I lived in Jersey though, I wouldn't have left. I'd have stayed there and watched that whole damn thing, but I had to drive back to Virginia after that last game. So I was like, man, I might as well get on the fucking road because I'm going to be pissed the whole time anyway. So
how long does it take to drive back to Virginia?
8 hours.
So yeah, mine was like 6.5. Well, actually, yeah, 8 hours because I got the ladies with me and yeah, we got to make a couple of stops. Then we're going to stop for dinner. We're going to stop for whatever, yeah. So like if I was doing it, it'd be 6 hours. It was just me. Like, but I got the ladies with me. So yeah, man. Hey, that's right. But I appreciate you guys, man. I love chopping it up with you guys, man. Hey, I thought you guys was going to put that chant out there just now. I was like, okay, here we go. But
no. I won't be doing that. I won't be. Okay. I won't be doing a smear campaign or anything. Don't let people shame you. That was beautiful.
Hey, I was not ashamed, but I'm going to say this though. I was a few shots of Buffalo Trace down on that, and that does, amplify the situation. So
yes,
hey,
Johnny
so
saw the opportunity.
I had the little boy green devil on one side and then the boy green angel on the other, and he was like, do it, do it, do it. And he was like, don't do
No
it.
doubt.
He's had some he's sauced up right now.
Thanks, Devin.
Hey,
you're the best.
had the wife driving, so it was all good. But I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate great show, man. You guys got me home through my whole gym workout, so I appreciate that.
There we go, baby. There he is, DIY for life, baby. Appreciate that. Before we get back to the phone lines, there's another super chat coming through. You guys have been killing it with all the support today. Thank you so much. We have Philium jumping in with his $5 super chat. And also, this goes with the other comment. Again, we mentioned MFC with the Love Indie shirt. Let's go back to Philium. Yes, Polly, that's the spirit. Sure, the kids are up. Let's go.
Wow.
Philium, by the way, I have this up here. You are $10 away from a raffle ticket to our contest for the tickets, Philium, so keep that in mind before the end of the month of July. He says, I regret not offering a shout-out to Indy. I pray you're doing well and hope to meet you. Shout-out to Brody as well as BG. Thank you for all those. I've had the great pleasure of meeting Indy. He's an awesome dude, so that's great. Yeah, Brody's doing well. Thank you for asking. My pop gave a Brody update yesterday, which is awesome, and I'll be hopefully calling Brody this weekend. Let's see. The only thing I got to remember, he also said earlier in the chat, I hope everyone that bought an Indy shirt can all get together, whether it's at Nashville or wherever, and we all wear it and take a big picture together. That would be super cool. I just got to remember to pack it and then bring it out, because like Lou B wanted me to pack something for something he wanted to do. I packed it, brought it, and I never gave it to him. And I drove all the way back home, went son of a. So I guess packing it and then also like remembering to wear it or do whatever. Yeah, that should happen. So,
can you bring up Phil's comment that says about Snowball?
Phil's comment about Snowball.
You just can't let things slide, can you?
Nope.
Phil's comment about
That's
Snowball.
all right.
He's giving you context clues.
Snowball slides the knife in so softly you don't even notice. Wow.
Yeah, he's an assassin.
Apparently so. All right, let's get one more caller before we wrap up this 3+ hour show. And that was, by the way, Snowball. Naughty Snowball.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Jets bikini. And I'm like, what the blank, dude? That's his daughter, you sick bastard.
I was just saying bikini. That's all. Not a reference to anybody in particular. I've never met Phil's daughter before. Give me a break. Honestly.
Let's go to the phone lines. We got our buddy Ted, NY Jets FL, baby, which, by the way, is, I can't remember, is Ted in our contest yet? Because we got to get him up to freaking Jets Browns week 5, baby.
Hey, Ted.
Wait, but shut up, Johnny boy. I said something first. Ted, go ahead.
I am in the contest for one, and I am going to Nashville, though. So I'll be there.
Cool. So I will meet you at Nashville. Okay, great. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Great discussion this morning, fellas. Johnny, go ahead. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I just want to let you know that you are one of the guys that I
I'm just kidding. I'm just
Paul, you are so kind. I a free compliment. I can't even get that on the show.
I was trying to get him a good compliment. You're one of my favorite.
June the GM, after me and June the GM had it out, I can't even get a compliment. Go ahead.
Yeah,
very good. Sorry,
you're
go
probably
ahead,
one of
Johnny,
my
go
favorite callers when you call.
Oh, there you go. That's
Always
nice.
appreciated the content that you bring to the show.
Thank you, John. Johnny, I appreciate it. So, couple things. I thought about Chris Johnson. They're probably going to honor him at the game because he played for both teams.
So this was the Ring of Honor. He will be inducted in the Ring of Honor. Obviously, Chris Johnson played for both of our teams, but obviously most known for his Titans days. That's official. I believe that's happening at halftime of week 1. So that would be cool.
Cool in a way, but very sad in a way, knowing what he's going to have to go through.
Definitely.
That is that is one of the most devastating illnesses that is out there. So I feel for that. So anyway, I don't want to be a downer or anything, but the quarterback conversation, of all the recent quarterbacks that I looked up and I thought about, Drake May, Caleb, Bo Nix, Stroud, JJ McCarthy.
Mhm.
I mean, we have almost a ready-made team for a quarterback to step in, next year, whether it's this year or next year, right?
Mhm.
So, the talk about Burrow and Lamar and things like that are great, and I would love one of them, but you can't take all those picks for one player. So I say you draft a quarterback, and we already discussed Baker, but maybe Dak could be on the move at some point. How many times are you
Nice.
going to run it back with that guy?
Sign me
He's
up
in
for
his
Dak Prescott.
Of course, you're going to
We
run, and
called
he
it
wouldn't
for
cost a
that
lot.
season.
You don't like that idea? Yeah. Snowball, you don't like the Dak
I'm
idea?
just talking about Pop. Like,
Oh God,
yeah.
mind.
He would have a hernia. Oh my God.
That's even
Oh,
better.
boy.
That's even better.
That's
instead
true.
of-
That's a bigger fuck you, motherfucker. Dak takes us to the Super Bowl. Oh,
You take
oh,
Dak,
yeah.
and he gets Quinnen. So, but I
That'd be
mean,
hilarious.
are you really gonna trust a rookie? I mean, even like Drake May, he's shown flashes, but they had the weakest schedule probably you could never play in the NFL, right? So
Yeah.
Caleb is a guy that I see the moxie, the way he plays and the moxie, and he lays it all out on the field. You could see it like from day one. But do you really trust the Jets franchise with our, playoff drought and the talent that has been steadily built up with a rookie? I'd rather try to get somebody. Say it doesn't work this year, which I'm not.
Yeah.
Who knows? I'd rather get somebody maybe like a Dak and get him, and then get a rookie to sit under him. How many rookie quarterbacks can look at CJ Stroud? He's regressed. You don't know.
Yep, that's true.
They could be in the market for a quarterback this year. They'd be
definitely
stupid
could.
not to draft a quarterback this year. I mean, these guys come in. Sorry to be so long-winded. One more point.
No.
These guys come in and they play the weakest schedule, and then year 2 and 3, it really starts to hit them.
Yeah.
And that's when, the rubber meets the road with these guys. But go ahead. I know it's been a long show, so go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. I thought Snowball or Johnny Boy had something to say. But no, I agree. One of my million jobs is I work with this podcast called The Texans Collective. It's got a bunch of beat reporters and insiders that work for the team down there. And so I just hear a lot of Texan stuff for one of the parts of my job I have to do. And they're not even a little on the fence. They think if this season continues to head in the direction that his previous 2 seasons have, they're completely okay with trading him away and starting fresh. And while CJ Stroud and he's an interesting conversation because I saw that Texans Jets trade pitch. Would you trade 2 first-round picks for CJ Stroud? Not now. It would be a year from now. It would be in the offseason. It's like, would you do that? And man, CJ Stroud is better than anything we've had in a long time. But how good is he? So you're just sort of rating it in your head. Are you willing to take what you know about CJ Stroud and hope for the best? Or would you want to restart, as Snowball said at the beginning, and just get your own rookie and just figure it out and hope you hit gold? And it was a fascinating conversation. But that Texans group is ready. If this season goes the way they've been going, even with the good regular seasons, that they would hit the eject button and just start fresh, whatever that means. Do they make the play for the Baker Mayfield or the Lamar, or they do some crazy draft thing? I've heard Texans people talking about it down there. So that's in the conversation.
Let me ask you guys something real quick. So, and Ted, I'm glad you brought up this quarterback question because I did want to talk about it a little bit earlier. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but what if? And so I'm putting a big what if. What if Cade Klubnik ends up being the guy? And then we're going into the next year with all these 3 picks where they're talking about this class as being a big, heavy class in almost all of the different positions.
What would he have to do to cut you off here? What would he have to do in your mind to prove that he's the guy? Because there's a 0% chance he's the week 1 starter. Aaron Glenn's going to give him a run, and I would imagine it's a significant run. So it'd have to be probably, unless he imploded like nobody's business, he would be starting for at least half of the season. Gino, I'm talking about, before Cade would ever get an opportunity. And how, in your opinion, with half a season, could you go, oh, yeah, Cade's the guy. We don't need a quarterback. What would he have to do in those games?
So let me say this. Let's say that, now, God forbid, Lord, I do not want this to happen. But Geno Smith goes down week 2.
Oh,
okay?
Jesus. Okay.
He comes in, right?
Cade.
He does. Cade comes in. He does like a Baker Mayfield, what he did to us when we played the Browns. And then
Okay.
he just goes up like that for the game, and you got a fucking guy in Cade, meaning he throws for 3,800 yards, is his 28 touchdowns, let's just say 11 interceptions. Would you guys do that?
Do what?
Like, would you be okay with us being like, no?
So I think what I would do in that scenario, that sounds like a phenomenal, like, unfortunately for Gino, that sounds like a phenomenal scenario for us at K Klubnik has this crazy season. We have 3 number ones. I don't know if I trade up for a quarterback, but if one falls in my lap at one of those picks, I think I still take the quarterback and, hey, it's Cade versus this guy. And if Cade beats out the first round pick in an unlikely scenario, then you either keep the depth or trade one of them. So yeah, I wouldn't trade if I had this Cade season you're talking about. I wouldn't feel the pressure to trade up to number 1 overall. I'd be like, hey, let's let the draft fall to us. And I'm making this up. The Jets have 5, 10, and 15 or something. They're 3 first-round picks. 5, they're like, hey, we don't need a quarterback. We'll take Jeremiah Smith. And then they're at 10, and whoa, one of these quarterbacks we like is still here. All right. Insert quarterback. Darian Mensah. He's the guy that falls in the lap. All right. To me, I think that's possible.
Who's a player that you would essentially trade a couple of your ones because you're like, he's not going to be there by the time that
I wouldn't. If I felt so good about Cade that I wouldn't do it. Like, if I feel good enough about Cade, I don't think there's anything Cade could do within reason that he could do where I would completely ignore the quarterback position in 2027 NFL draft. I don't think it's possible for Cade to be Patrick Mahomes. Even week 2.
I would go for Jeremiah Smith. I would.
No, but you have 3 first-round picks. I'm saying if we had 3 picks and I randomly put them 5, 10, and 12, let's just say that's where they are, and Jeremiah Smith's on the board at 5 because of all the quarterback raise it is. If I'm the Jets and Cade had that crazy season you just talked about, I'm totally comfortable taking Jeremiah Smith. Come on down, sucker. You're on the team. And then their next one in this made-up scenario is 10. I'm saying a quarterback happens to be available. There's like a cajillion quarterbacks in this first-round class, and there's one you like.
Look what Phil just put. I know. I started hitting wood and everything. I hope to God that does not happen. But he said, if Gino
Johnny is 100% a dead man. If that, he's like, guys, let me ask you a question. I'm glad you brought this up, Ted, because I wanted to talk about this earlier. Let me throw this out there. Let's just say, I don't want this to happen. But if Geno Smith goes down week 2, what do you guys think? Again, let me throw this out there. Wanted to talk about it. And then he brings up this. Yes, 100%. He is 100% a dead man. It's all his fault. And torches and pitchforks, baby. Yes.
Clip this.
Anywho.
Paul.
Yeah, so long story short. Cool. Gummy worms. Thanks. That's what I want for breakfast.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
If you got any room in the Airbnb, I am looking for a place to crash. So
cool. So I don't know if you have my number or email or anything, Ted, but reach out to me and let me know.
I do.
Cool. Candy. Thanks. Breakfast. Great. I love.
I can bring the toilet paper. I'll bring some toilet paper with me. How about that?
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, whatever form that is. No, you can't have the candy. We're about to go out to breakfast. Whatever it is, email, fax, smoke signal.
Okay.
Reach out to me and we'll see if we can do something.
Okay. No worries. If not, no worries. Not a big deal. Pleasure. I'm sure you got to cut it off. So nice talking to y'all, and I'll be around.
There you go, Ted, who I will meet for Jets Titans. That'll be awesome to meet Ted. So yeah, I will get to meet him now. I wasn't going to meet him before. Yeah, just wait, buddy. Yeah, I know that's candy, and I know you really want it, but we're gonna go out to breakfast, you animal. All right. Yeah, I know that's disappointing. Yeah, I'm sorry. Anywho, so yeah, this is a 3.5 hour show, back-to-back 3+ hour shows on the weekend. Not too shabby for everything that's cooking.
Killing it, man. Killing the content,
That's
bro.
it.
That's what you
Well,
do.
seriously, thank you, everybody. Man, so many super chats. It's overwhelming. Thank you. Again, we're continuing to go down this path of potentially moving into a house at the end of next month. So all your super chats and memberships and everything are a great help. So I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart for me and my family. So thank you kindly. And yeah, buddy, just hang on tight. We're wrapping up the show. And so, yes, it's very moving. So I appreciate all the super chats, memberships, and everything that came through. And good luck to everyone for the contest as you continue to pile up tickets. Again, we're giving that away coming up on August 1st. Boys, Jets Worldwide, why don't you guys give a plug? We didn't do one of those earlier. We gave plugs to a bunch of other shows like Nick Shine Show tonight with Wayne Corbett coming up at 7 o'clock. But let's do some love for the JWW crew who had Fan of the Year Liz on, and also Queen Leanie, and you guys had a lot of female representation on the show. Way to go. Subscribe. Jets Worldwide. Give us the plug.
Can I give us a special request? All right.
Okay,
I've
sure.
been looking at the number of subscribers that we have. They say, don't pay attention. But
okay.
I'm paying attention.
Okay.
I need one person.
600?
Just go over so we can hit 600 because
yes.
It's like it's right there. You could be number 600. You could.
What do they win?
Friends. Well, you win a hug from Boy Green at Tennessee,
sure.
Right? I'm
there
pimping you out. But
so there you go. YouTube.com/@Jets Worldwide. If you're watching this show live right now, don't jump, buddy. Do not jump. You're not going to make it. He's on the chair. You can't see it from the camera, but he is on a chair about 3 feet away. I don't think he's going to make it. Do not jump, buddy. Don't. You're not going to make it. That's going to be painful. But perhaps a valuable life lesson needs to be learned. No, don't. The CPS, I didn't really say that. So yes, folks.
Every Friday, 7:30 p.m. at Jets Worldwide, all one word. Johnny Boy, Snowball, we are there to deliver Jets content for your viewing pleasure.
Guys, come on over, come check it out. The last episode that we just had, shout out to our lovely Queen Liz was in the building. If you guys do not know her, go and check out that episode. The episode was amazing. She went and worked as a security guard to be able to see her beloved New York Jets, to watch them every single Sunday. So check it out. One word, Jets Worldwide. Look, I'm going to say it.
Okay.
If you're watching here, hit it. Hit the like, hit the sub. Come on over. We trying to get over to at least $1,000. And I believe right now you guys are getting a live view of BG's face trying to not get beat up, and it's awesome.
That's neither here nor there. Guys, subscribe to Jets Worldwide if you haven't already. Push them over the top. Show them all the love that they deserve. It's now 11 o'clock a.m., so before I'm beaten with a rusty
One more hour.
This will be
hour.
the final Boy Green Daily of all time. God bless everybody. Take care. Thanks for all the love, and we'll be back on tomorrow morning for another episode of Boy Green Daily. Again, continue to vote everywhere, but it looks like starting in August, Boy Green Daily will be shifting to 7 a.m. When that's official, there'll be a graphic and all kinds of things permanently, but I'll let you guys know. So God bless. That was fun. And boys, we'll see you next time.